Hello, welcome everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing all right. Back with another stream. A late one tonight. A late one. Not decided to actually take some time to myself. Obviously, been very busy yesterday with the football itself. But yeah, I'm here now. I'm here, and we're all good. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. If you're watching, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to let me know where you're watching from. But yeah, we're gonna talk all things Manchester United. We'll talk a bit of the European loss, Ten Hag's first loss in Europa League with Manchester United. We'll talk a bit about obviously all sporting events kind of getting cancelled and postponed. That we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Ronaldo. We'll talk about Sancho. We'll talk about loads of different things today. If you want to come up on the stream as well, you can join the memberships, and members will be able to come up on the stream as well. I'll drop the StreamYard link for the members right now, anyways, in the members only group chat. So big up everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah. So let's get straight into it. Really, let's get straight into it. Welcome, Mike. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope everything's good. Thank you. Uh, Listen. First loss at the in the Premier League was not nice, right? It was not nice at all. The first loss in a European game is not nice as well. Ten Hag had two losses back to back in the Premier League, and then he bounced back, and then he had four straight wins. Is he going to have a couple of losses in Europa? You don't know, right? It could happen, but one thing for sure is we're in safe hands. That's the most important thing out of it all. We're in safe hands. Ten Hag will take a lot from last night's game. A lot. The first thing he'll obviously take is the fact that certain players in certain positions, in certain games, it doesn't work. That's the first most important thing. It does not work, right? This thing about playing Fred in a 10, it doesn't work. It didn't work last night. Real Sociedad did exactly what they needed to do. They were physical. They closed the gap between themselves and each player receiving the ball really well. They distributed the ball really well. But there are some factors that I saw personally, and I'm going to go through with you guys on the video as well. There's some factors that I saw that are same as last season. There was a bit of lethargic, passing sideways. Someone on Twitter said before, to me, to you, to me, to you, not forward, not enough forward momentum, not enough aggression on the ball. It was all over the show. It was all over the show, to be honest. Some people said that, oh, we looked good in the first half. I think we made chances for sure. Chances were created, but we lacked the last cutting edge up top. We definitely did. Let me bring in Griggs as well. Griggs, how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Good man, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. So as I was breaking it down, what I saw, look, I even obviously as you know, I was sat pitch side. I've uploaded a video. I'm gonna dissect the video here as well. I'll play the video and dissect it with you guys. But Ten Hag wasn't happy. That's one of the I've seen him when the camera's not on him, that you what you guys don't see. I'm seeing things. He was not happy with Dalot, with Maguire. He wasn't happy, especially the back line. He wasn't happy with Elanga at times. He wasn't happy with Bruno when Bruno came on. Um, he clearly doesn't have a relationship with Casemiro. It's still in the building, just like all the other players that he hasn't worked with. It's gonna take some time, but he'll take some key factors from last night's game. One of them being David De Gea, Harry Maguire, and Lindelof. That triangle in essence, David De Gea, Harry Maguire, and Lindelof. That triangle, it does not work because David De Gea looks somewhat okay when he's playing with the Varane and Martinez. Looks somewhat okay. When Martinez came on the pitch, he looked okay, and that's another key factor to pick up as well. Is Ten Hag is adapting in games. He's learning to adapt. Some people are still saying the subs are a bit late. Some people are still saying um, he got some of the balance wrong and XYZ, and we'll come to all of that. But let's go. I want to do today because it's the B team, the second team in essence. I want to go player by player, Griggs, if that's okay. Let's go
Yeah.
player by player. I'll give some, you give some. If you guys are watching, make sure to comment down below. Give your thoughts as well, and we'll go player by player. So let's start off with David De Gea. Obviously he's the first person on the sheet. So let's start with David De Gea. Big up Prince. What says watching from Paris. Big up and welcome. So Griggs, do you want to go first, or shall I go first on David De Gea?
You go first.
Okay, cool. I'll go first. Look, David De Gea is my keeper. I absolutely adore him. I absolutely love him. Right, I do. He's been in the club for many years. He's won many things in the club, but there is one fundamental thing, and we have to be objective, right? We must be objective. David De Gea on his day is a fantastic world class shot stopper, period, right? He's a world class. You cannot take that away from him, no matter what you say about his performance. Big up Space Kid as well, one of the members. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So as I was saying, he's a world class shot stopper. But the way we are going forward, certain aspects of the game, we need more David here. Now, I'll start off with saying, look, is he the biggest headache we have? Absolutely not. No. Is he one of the headaches? Yes. But it's something that you still need to address. You don't want to let it get bigger and bigger and bigger of an issue, right? Last night we saw specifically, and when I'm watching it, right? When I'm watching it, because I'm watching it live. So there's things that I'm picking up that you're not picking up, and there's things that you are picking up that I'm not picking up because you're watching from TV. He is too slow. Forget the passing as well. I'll forgive the passing. I'll forgive it. But he's too slow. If you've got the ball and I've decided that I'm not going to pass to you because I think you're getting pressed, cool. Just hoof the ball. Even if we don't win it, just hoof the ball forward. But he looks left, he looks right, he sees Shaw free or Malacia, he sees Dalot or whoever free. Ping the ball. Just ping the fucking ball. We're not asking you to do Shaolin football, put the ball freaking in the box. Just ping the ball to someone. And the other thing, if he gives the ball to Maguire and it doesn't look good, like I said, that triangle doesn't look good. If we want David here to stay, he needs players like Varane, like like Martinez. We saw the levels in Martinez carrying the ball, beating a man, anticipating headers. We need those players in the back line. With David De Gea, the way we're going forward, if he's willing to accept bench, I was very surprised why we didn't play Dubravka. I wanted to see what he can provide in that team, in that squad. I'm very unhappy with Ten Hag for that. I must say, I'm unhappy with Ten Hag. But the way we're going forward, we can't have him. He's gonna make saves this season. He'll make some saves that'll make me go, it's facts, because that's David De Gea things. But the fact is, the direction that we're going, it'll be a lot of going back and forth. Yay, well done, De Gea. Thank you for making that save. Oh, David De Gea, you're too slow on the ball. Hey, well done making the save. Hey, it'll be going back and forth. We need consistency. If the player cannot be consistent, I cannot be consistent in giving my feedback. So that's my thing. We'll come to you, Griggs, and then we'll come to Space Kid as well. Go on, Griggs.
Obviously, my takes on De Gea. I don't rate that
Yeah.
guy that highly. Like, it's not even like obviously the legend of the football club. Like, thank you for your service. Like, you were at one point you were the best goalkeeper in the world. That game against Arsenal was absolutely incredible. But for me, it's just the modern evolution of the goalkeeper. He doesn't fit it. Your goalkeeper is meant to be your first attacker nowadays. Like you talk about David De Gea. Forget the kicking. When he gets the ball to throw it, he takes 5 minutes to throw the ball, bro. Like Ramsdale, you see Ramsdale, he picks it up and he throws it right away like he's a quarterback. David De Gea is scanning around, like taking 5 minutes, bro. Just throw the ball. Or like you said, just hoof it. And like I said, he could have hoofed it because you have Ronaldo up there. It's not like Rashford's up there where he's terrible aerially. Ronaldo offers the aerial presence there. So you could do that. And it's just like when like crosses came in, like in the first 10 minutes, you saw like there was a cross coming in. Like he just let it go past him, bro. Just pick it up and you could start a transition that way instead of letting it go all the way out for a throw in. Like it's
Hmm.
just simple fundamentals. And for me, like we'll talk about the other side of the pitch later on, that the striker, but it's just like he's on so much wages. He's the highest paid goalkeeper in the world. Is he the best goalkeeper in the world? Absolutely not. Is he a top 5 goalkeeper in the world? Absolutely not. He's the top 10. I'll give him like maybe like a 10th spot potentially. But for me, it's like I don't think he'll ever accept a bench role because he's a very cocky person. Like he believes in his ability so much. But fair enough, man. I get that. You deserve to believe in your own abilities. But for me, it's time to move. It's time to move on. That's why I said. I said this year I'll let him be his last year, sayonara type thing. But next summer it's time to prioritize a goalkeeper. And there are so many good young goalkeepers in the world. I'll keep saying this name till he actually comes. Diego Costa from Porto. He's one of the highest rated young goalkeepers in the world. David Raya is going to be a free agent next summer. I think Ten Hag already saw how David Raya played against for Brentford against us. We absolutely showed the Hale levels in terms of ball distribution. And if we were playing for like a Sam Allardyce, yeah, I say De Gea might be a perfect goalkeeper for him because, like you said, he's a fantastic shot stopper, one of the best in the world at that. But Ten Hag's system is the evolution of football, the Hego position. You need a goalkeeper that can do all the fundamentals, and De Gea just doesn't have that anymore. And it's not his fault; he's an old style goalkeeper. But the game always evolution, like it's a revolution of football, and he just doesn't fit it for me. So yeah, as for Dubravka, I think Ten Hag is Sociedad has a tough game. That's our toughest game in the group, obviously. I think you'll see Dubravka against like a Sheriff next week, which is a little easier to throw him into the fire instead of throwing him right away. So I hope so at least, because I see the Hay against Sheriff. I'm gonna be like, yo, Ten Hag, what's going on here? So yeah.
Big up, big up. I totally agree with you. You make some valid points. You're not being too harsh, but you're not letting him slide as well. Let's go to Space Kid. Space Kid, talk to me about David De Gea, and if you could lower your camera a little bit so we can see you as well. But yeah, you're good. Yeah, go on. Talk to me about David De Gea.
Um, First things first. The last manager to win a treble was Luis Enrique, active manager, right? Luis Enrique is the manager of the Spain national team, correct? Why isn't De Gea in the Spain national team as a goalkeeper?
Yeah,
One plus
you
one
make a
plus
point.
one. 1 + 1 = 2. I'm not trying to hear about he could do this, he could do that. You're not Luis Enrique. Matter of fact, no manager is currently.
Okay, yeah.
One plus 1 = 2. Second thing, because I like to take notes now and have my points in order. So now look, the reason why I don't like De Gea, but more specifically those three of Maguire, Victor Lindelof, and De Gea put together, that trio, just like you said, is because they're slow, and it's not just like literally they're slow in terms of pace. It's literally everything from decision making to distribution to getting into the right position to carrying the ball. Everything is slow, and you've seen that Ten Hag has said that defense starts from the top. So what do you think about offense? What do you think it starts from? It's
Right.
not starts
At the
from the
bottom,
back.
yeah. Yep.
And if
Yep.
I were accelerate, it's like I don't know if you guys played Mario Kart, but like it's like Bowser. He has slow acceleration, but his top speed is ridiculous. The thing about it is that in the Premier League, we don't have chance to get to that. Like we have to accelerate quick and fast, and that's why it's imperative for your goalkeeper in today's football to be able to kickstart and do things at a quick rate. You see all the top keepers, whether it be Allison, whether it be Ramsdale, whether it be Edison, whether it be John Luigi, uh, the cat from
Buffon
PSG, like yeah, him,
or Donnarumma,
like
Donnarumma, Donnarumma, yeah.
yeah, Donnarumma, sorry,
And Donnarumma's great at saving penalties, don't forget.
and that as well, like, or even Oblak, obviously in Atletico, like obviously Neuer as well. Like everyone is fast. He's like you have to be modern. You have to be good at your technical with your feet and be fast with your decision making. And I don't think that De Gea has given that. And it kills me that Henderson wasn't didn't exercise a bit of patience before Ten Hag came because I wanted that competition because Henderson reminds me of a profile of goalkeeper that Onana once was, who was the Ajax keeper. So coming into this season, I was excited that okay, this may be the season that De Gea may get kicked off his porch. But then Henderson exhibited a bit of petulance and decided to go before Ten Hag, even got there. And now I think that's worked against to his detriment, not to get to Henderson, but now you see that he's struggling over in Nottingham Forest, and it's not going to be a good look if we now accept him from Nottingham Forest in this vein of form. So it's just, yeah, this has to be his last season, honestly, because we cannot get to the levels of where we want to be with two out of the three, Trinity and Martinez and Varane, doing what they're supposed to do while De Gea is not. We need all three of them to have it to be optimal, like that optimal efficiency that we're all craving for from Manchester United. All three have to be on the same page and in sync. And De Gea is not even as good as okay as he's been doing with them. I need a better keeper.
Big up, big up. Thank you for that. Yeah, yeah, and I totally agree with you. Listen, if you're going in a direction and you want to be competing with the Liverpools, the Madrids, the Man Cities, you want to look dangerous, you have to address all positions. Can't let anything slide. A City won't. Madrid won't. Real Madrid. A Barca won't even. Barca's freaking. You've seen Barca in the window. They've gone fucking nuts, and they're apparently broke. So why should we? Why should we? Big up Aminur for the contribution. Thank you very much. Aminur says, Faz, please explain why Murta and Fletch still here. Look, people at the start of when Murta got introduced into the organization, people said, let this man cook. People said, let him do his job. It's his first season, whatever. But you all know what my thoughts are on Murta and Fletch. If you don't, I'll explain. My thing is Fletcher should not be in the role that he is. Griggs, what's his exact role again? The exact terminology.
Something like he's a technical
director of football for. He's technical director of football who also overshadows under 23s or academy in general, and then he also helped out with some transfers as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. He does recruiting too. He went to a couple games like scout.
Right. So why are we having someone like that and not a Ralph Ragnick? Make it make sense. There's respect involved, and Fletcher was brought into this organization. We all know why. There's a link up between Woodward, Ole, and Fletcher and XYZ, and that's how he came in, right? But why is this man in a position where, in all due respect, he's not having training in? He's not. Why is he there? Murta Arnold may have picked up things from Woodward, have seen this shit before in the club. Okay, cool, yada, yada, yada. But why Fletcher? Especially when you're in charge of the academy, especially when you're in charge of recruitment, especially when you were in charge in the transfer window. Why is there not a Ralph Ragnick, a Paul Mitchell, someone like that in the organization? Someone who's proven. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not disrespecting Fletcher at all. All I'm saying is, why do we not have someone who is proven to build organizations, who is proven to find hidden gems? If you go and list Ralph Ragnick's 11 talents that he's found, they can fucking go and win Champions League 5 times in a row. Go and check some of the players Ralph Ragnick's been attached with. Doesn't matter if it's his consultancy, yada, yada, yada. He's been linked with them all. He knew fucking Haaland when he was 15, 16 years old. So why are we not having someone like that in the organization? Glazonomics for you, ladies and gentlemen. They will not hand over the keys and just empty the bank and say, do what you need to do and trust the people. Instead, they want people in the organization that they can still go like this and control. And that's Murta and Arnold for you, because we said Murta madness when he hijacked Malacia, but ended up paying 70 million more for Martinez and Antony. So there you have it. That's my take. Why are they in the organization? It's Glazonomics. But yeah, thank you and big up for the contribution. Aminu says, I'm gutted. There's no football this weekend. So am I. Trust me. So am I. I was supposed to be in London for a big boxing fight, a huge boxing fight, the biggest in the women's boxing history, and it got cancelled and postponed. So I'm gutted as well. And then I was supposed to go to the Palace game and watch that as well, but even that got cancelled. De Gea is past. We need to move on. Says Akshay, always supporting the channel. Thank you very much. Big up member Liam. Liam says, I love De Gea. I really do, but I'm certain this is the last season with us. Liam, thank you very much. Thank you for the membership contributions as well. I think some memberships are still open. So if you want to become a member, Liam has kindly contributed a couple of memberships. So yeah, go ahead and click the membership button and you can become the member. You know, this comment, I just want to highlight something. It's a lot of sensitivity around some players. Ronaldo, oh, it's Ronaldo. I don't want to say something bad. De Gea, oh, it's De Gea. I don't want to say something bad, but he's done something. Oh, like I myself do it. I'm criminal for doing it, and I need to let it go. I need to let it go. And the more they hear, the more I'm gonna do it, because look, we're History FC. with HPFC. So let's go forward. Let's talk about Dalot last game and how he's been. I'll start off. Big up says Woodward. Thank you very much. Austin says big up member. Austin says I'm finally awake. Big ups everyone. Yeah, big up all the members that has joined as well. Dalot, man, he's come leaps and bounds. Eric Ramsey, if you're working with Dalot, thank you very much. I give you a thumbs up because I'm Eric Ramsey out, as you all know. I'm Eric Ramsey out. But Eric Ramsey, if you have anything to do with the development of Dalot and McTominay, you get a thumbs up from me. 2 thumbs up for the 2 players because you've done a great job. So far, he's doing well. He's doing all his tasks to the level that I expect him to, not to the full level, but to the level that I expect him to for now. He'll only go from strength to strength. One of the key factors in all of this is his age. He's young. He's got loads of time to grow. He's got a great manager who can coach him. He's under a good system and he's been doing good. So that's the first thing. Second thing I'll say is on Dalot is he needs some competition. He needs some competition. You always need competition. And we do not have competition in there. If you ask me, and it's going to sound weird, Fernandez was the guy. He's a kid. I know. I understand. But when do we transition him? When?
You mean Laird?
I'll-
Fernandez is the other side. Alvaro's the
no,
left
Fernandez
back.
is the left back, no?
Yeah, so that
Laird
was
is
a
the
right.
right back.
Yeah, so that was a right back. So how would Fernandez be competition? for
Oh,
Dalot?
I'm getting confused myself. Yeah. Laird. But coming on the left, actually speaking on no, Laird is not ready yet. Myself got confused because I was sat on the other side of the pitch yesterday. I normally sit on this side. I sat on the manager side. Sorry, apologies. On the left side, I'll start off with Fernandez. I think Fernandez should have stayed. Either way, both sides, I want to say, both sides, they need competition. Bissaka ain't competing. Luke Shaw ain't competing. Bissaka's got an injury, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Luke Shaw who's got an injury? One of them got an injury.
No idea.
I don't know, one of them. Both of
Luke
them are
Shaw.
missing anyways because both fullbacks played yesterday when they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be playing. We should have replacement. But Alvaro Fernandez should have stayed in the organization and he should have been one of the kids that's we played. He's been killing in Preston, as far as I'm hearing. He got 2 assists on his first game. He's been doing well. But these fullbacks do not have competition. Both of them are doing well. Dalot, he's doing his attacking jobs really well. I don't have nothing to complain about, in all honesty. I really don't. What about you guys? I'll come to Michael and then I'll come to Space Kid. Anything on Dalot?
Bro, Dalot this season, honestly, other than Reece James, I don't think there's a right back in the Premier that can chat to him this season. Just like based on this season, like he's been that good. He's been honestly might be our player of the season so far, in my opinion. Like you said, his
Wow.
age. He's only 23 years old, right? So he's still really young. That's an under 23 talent. I remember him from his under 19 days because he was part of one of the best youth teams in terms of countries. So that Portugal team had Joao Felix, that Jota kid from Celtic who's an absolute baller, the Diego Costa that I talk about. So that's a really popular youth team, and I like youth football a lot. And Diogo Dalot, funnily enough, his defensive contributions were he was highly praised about, and we all question about his defensive capabilities. But his reading of the game is actually really good, and he keeps seeing it. Like he knows how to intercept. He knows not to be too aggressive, not too touch tight. Knows how to be passive in times. And then his passing, just like his progressive passing, you see him do switches with his left foot as a right back. That's not normal. That's a rare trait to be able to pass like that with both feet. And I think that loan to Milan did him so well because he learned a whole different style of play and a different league. And obviously, when Maldini recruits you, that means there must be something in you because the greatest defender of all time is recruiting, not some scrub. So, and I think what Dalot did well, and I'm glad that Ten Hag's giving him the chance because if Dalot continues playing like this, we don't have to worry about buying a right back because then you could have like an Ethan Laird develop and be his backup, and then you're set for that side. There's your competition. You could go focus that funds on somewhere else because we almost bought a right back this summer. Ten Hag wanted to buy a right back. He wanted a Thomas Munier, a Sergino Dest. Those guys can't chat to Dalot right now. So I love him, man.
I myself, just quickly, I myself look, Dalot pocketed Luis Diaz differently. And Luis Diaz is one of the craziest players because he's come into the league and adapted with a snap of a finger. He's adapted so well into the league. He's been killing it for Liverpool, even in Europe. So the way he's pocketed what you call it, Martinelli and Luis Diaz, absolutely amazing, because we all said one thing about him: he's attackingly okay, but defensively diabolical. And all of a sudden, boom, defensively he's so aggressive. He's so last season we saw him give forwards a bit of space, two steps too much. He wouldn't close in the gap. Now I'm seeing this guy just come hounding and just being physical, like real physical football. And that's one thing I've seen from all Ten Hag players as well. All the players that he's brought in, physical football, run, and be physical. The rest, you lot know anyways. You can pass, yeah, whatever, but run and be physical. That's the most important thing. So yeah, that those are some of the things. I don't really have much to complain. Space Kid, you got anything on Dalot? And I'll just quickly go through some of the chats as well. Amino says Dalot is an improved version of Trent Arnold, but a poor man version of Reece James. I think that is a great fucking way of summing it up, because Trent is, to me, Trent is a baby boy. You all know what I call Trent. I call Trent baby boy Trent, who needs babysitting. And Reece James is upper echelon right now. Reece James is even last season he fucking proved it. He was getting goals, assists, whatever. But yeah, Dalot is somewhere in between, which isn't bad. Shout out from Netherlands says, I don't even know how to pronounce that name, but I'll say spilling. So yeah, big up the Netherlands. Love the Netherlands. Kyle says we have been linked with Arias from Atletico Madrid. He's a free agent. I heard that, something like that, as a right back. Most improved, maybe most improved. I think he's the moment, not maybe, definitely most improved. Dalot is clear of Destiny, like you said. Liam says that, yeah, Dalot, the most improved player from last season by far. Connor says Dalot can attack, defend, not perfectly, but gets the job done, which is true. Go on, Space Kid.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go piggyback on your point that it seems like Ten Hag has really gotten to these players in terms of being nasty, like Mourinho-esque type of nasty. I think right now we have the most yellow cards in the Prem up to this point, and I think that's a testament to that. Now, speaking on specifically Dalot, one thing that I've loved about him is, like you alluded to earlier, Faz, is that his aggression. It's not aggression like reckless, abandoned aggression, like Fred lose your head aggression. It's controlled. It's channeled. It's he has the feng shui per se of, and I don't know where he's getting this. I don't know whether he's met a Zen master or something of that nature, but it's definitely like refined. It's controlled, and I'm loving it. And I think alluded to what Greg said, I think going over to Serie A did help him in terms of different styles and pace. So all I'm gonna say is, I think Dalot is so far the most improved player, and he does need a competition, because I think what's telling is the fact that Luke. Okay, yeah, granted Luke Shaw was hurt because tonight said he had a small complaint or whatever, but I think it's telling for Wan-Bissaka, like, bro, he didn't bring you on. Like, Dalot he needs competition, because that's why I'm happy for this break. I'm thankful for this break. Like, all our defenders specifically, and Christian Eriksen and Rashford catch a break, and Bruno catch a break, relax, refresh, replenish, and let's go again, because the drop off from what we've seen so far, or at least in these 4 last Premier League games, as opposed to last night, was dramatic, to say the least.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with you. Fair, absolutely fair comment. Like I said, I don't really have much to say on Dalot. I think he'll just improve continually. The most important thing, he's been consistent. He's not been one week, one game great, one game shit, one game great. What I can be consistent with Dalot. He's been consistent. We've been winning. We've been doing good. I'm not gonna dig too much on that. Let's move on to Malacia on the opposite side. My thing with Malacia right now, look, I'll say it straight. I'll say it here. Malacia is my favorite player in Manchester United right now. Yeah, Malacia is my fucking favorite player.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Big statement.
I love Antony. You all know I love Antony so much. But let me tell you why Malacia is one of my why he's my favorite player in Manchester United. Look, Malacia come in from, how do you pronounce that club name?
Feyenoord.
But anyways, he's come from there, right? And He doesn't know the manager. The manager appreciates him for what he has seen. That's the first thing. The manager appreciates him for what he has seen when he was, playing against him. And obviously, he pocketed Antony in one of the games. We all know, we've seen the footage, whatever. He's come in. He doesn't know anyone. He's not got a relationship with the manager. Instantly, the guy has swapped the number one fullback who's been playing for years, who's one of the biggest names in the world football, England starter. Boom. Benched him straight away. And I myself do not like saying he's coming in to bench this guy, he's whatever. I look at it like there's a place coming in for competition, right? But he's come in, and my goodness, for 15 fucking million for chicken change, we got him for a fucking third of the price. I'm telling you right now, that kid is worth 40 million to me. Instant. That kid is worth fucking 40 fucking. But if that kid plays like that in Atletico Madrid, in a Milan, in a Inter, whatever, he's 40, 50 million. You know it, I know it. If we paid 50 million for the likes of Bissaka, 50 fucking million for the likes of Bissaka, how much was Luke Shaw, Griggs?
35 million, I believe.
Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy.
And that was 7 years ago. So that's like, if you factor in inflation and everything, that's like a 60 mil signing.
Lord have mercy on me. Malacia is one of these signings. One of the best signings we've made in a fucking long while. One of the best signings we have made in a long while. If this kid keeps playing like he is, week in, week out, mate, I fucking love the kid. He plays every game with 150%. The slide tackles. Listen, I am a man who loves Joga Bonito, and I am a man who fucking loves delicious slide tackles. There's something about slide tackles that just gets me going. I can't lie.
Crunch.
Last minute slide tackles, perfect slide tackles. And I've said it before. There was someone who came on the stream who actually watches that league particularly really closely. He's a Man United fan. He came on my stream. We actually dissected Malacia, and what I found from him, and I picked it up, and I said, you know what he does really well? He reads the player's run, the steps, so perfect that he's able to make the challenge perfectly without collecting a yellow card. He reads the game so well. I really think people don't appreciate him as much as I do, and it's okay. But I personally think he's coming the biggest club in the world. He's not shied away like Timbo or anyone else. He doesn't know the manager. Luke Shaw is the fucking one of the biggest egos that you could find. Someone who wants to feel wanted. Starter for England, starter for Manchester United for years, has been here for 7 years, nearly going into a testimonial. 5-year contract with a 1-year extension. Come in and said, shut the fuck up. My name is Malacia, Tyrone Malacia. I've got one of the best smiles, and I'm going to be one of the best wing backs in the world. Simple as. And he's fully shown it. What are you telling me, Griggs? What do you think about him?
I mean, I don't love him as much as you do. I still love him, though. He's not my favorite player United. We'll talk about my favorite player later. He's also a new transfer, by the way, of course. But Malacia, first of all, today there's been a lot of revisionism of Shaw on Twitter talking about how he's so good and that he should start over Malacia. I'm talking about Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is probably a better technical player in terms of on the ball than Malacia right now because Luke Shaw has more experience and everything. I don't care how good he's on the ball. I don't care if he's Roberto Carlos on the ball. That guy's intensity is absolutely shocking. And at the stage that Man United are at right now with Ten Hag, we need intensity. We need 50%. Probably gives me 10%. He doesn't even give me 50%. He gives me 10%. I said that guy should never play for this club again. Because for me, his demands are shocking. Like his commitment to football is shocking. Like the biggest pet peeve I have for a player is the ones that know they're talented but are complacent. You got given this talent for a reason. Because Luke Shaw, at his best form, that bubble year that we had, he was that's one of the best scenes I've seen from a fullback. Because he was consistently dropping 8, 9 out of 10s, but he doesn't do that anymore. He's complacent. As for Malacia, people have to understand his role has changed. Ten Hag is not having him as his flying wingback that's going up and down and delivering crosses like he's freaking Trent Alexander-Arnold. His job is to play that inverted fullback role and help in the midfield because he's decent on the ball and he does nice little 1-2s. That's his role right now. There's clips of him doing that flying wingback role because I remember the game that he played against Roma in the Conference League final. He was doing that flying up and down and he was delivering low crosses like I'm playing FIFA and he was delivering those crosses to the striker. So he can do that, but Ten Hag is asking him a different role. People are pulling up their football references, stats, and everything, bro. I don't get why Luke Shaw has so much love in this from these fan bases. Maybe it's like a bondage, like Stockholm syndrome with him. Don't know what he's done to deserve that. But Malacia, and like you said, so first of all, he's very young. He's like 22, I believe. That's still so young for a fullback. That he hasn't even hit. Yeah, he's barely finished developing his body, if not even not finished completely. And he'll do more. And for like his smile, like it brings freshness. Like it's just like so nice to watch. And he's a baby Patrice Evra. That guy's a pit bull. He's a bulldog.
I don't like mentioning previous. I don't like mentioning previous names. I just like Malacia because he's Malacia.
Nah, but it's like the energy. It's like the energy that he brings. That's what Patrice about. Forget about quality. Just like as a personality. Forget about like quality player. Just like the personality he brings. He brings like a nice little happiness to the squad. What does Luke Shaw bring to the squad in terms of personality? Nothing. He just brings depression. That's what he brings. So Malacia is just a fresh breath of air, and just continue, man. Just keep doing your thing.
Yeah. We'll come to you, Space Kid, quickly. I'll just read through some of the comments as well. Hassano, big up again, supporting the channel, says, hey, Faz, live from Kampala. A few Manchester United players who are giving their 100%. Most of the United players are lazy. The guy is not good enough. M Realist says, Malacia is good. He needs to improve in attack, but that will happen naturally as the squad gets better. If you want to join the link, I know Connor says you want to join the link. You can become a member down below. I'll drop the link in the member-only group chat. It's a member-only access to come up on the stream as well. But yeah, you can become a member down using the link below, the super chat. Go on, Space. Talk to me about Malacia. What are your thoughts?
Quick on Luke Shaw. It's simple with Luke Shaw. The reason why he doesn't like to beat his overlap consistently, I think is severely linked to his injury. That is traumatizing. Like he literally broke his leg. So I just think that's what's linked to it, and that's why we've never seen the best of Luke Shaw, just because that injury still plays in his head, and I guess it's understandable. With that being said, though, Malacia, yes, love the kid. His smile so infectious, vibrant, big energy, pit bull. Does he get tired? Because even it doesn't look like he gets tired. Like I love his energy, and more so than just him pocketing Luis Diaz. I mean, not Luis Diaz. Salah and who else? And Saka. I think that he did well against he did well in Leicester and he did well in Southampton. Just like you said, it's a new league. Like he doesn't know nothing. And the fact that he's able to come in here and have such chest and play with such confidence on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, even the fullbacks were the best players yesterday. Besides Eriksen in the first half, the fullbacks were the best. And why is that? Why is that? So I mean, I love Malacia. God bless him. I hope he continues pushing on because I think we did find a real gem right here. And shout out to Ten Hag and Murtov. Also, to tie this to Murtov, Faz. With Murtov right now, I gotta give it to him. Yes, did he do it in the pace of time that you wanted him to get these deals done? No, but we could strongly say that may have been because of the Glazers. So we have to now look at what he's been able to do right now. And so, bro, for his first transfer window as a football director, for a new coach on the back of last season, with all the transition that's taking place, whilst the protesters are still saying Glazers out, including everyone on here, I'm gonna give John Murtov a strong 8, light 8 out of 10.
I don't know. I don't know how the people feel about that. Is that your point, Don?
Yeah. Because
I don't know how the people feel about that. Some people might feel like that, they just don't like Murta. But your point is valid as well, because yes, he did win and made the deals happen. I know Frankie de Jong didn't happen, which is the biggest saga in world history of football, whatever. But he did get Eriksen on a free. He made it happen. I'm sure it wasn't hard. He did hijack the Malacia deal. He did go and get Martinez. He did go eventually get Antony over the deal. And at the end of the day, the Glazers need to put hand in their pocket. But the reason why I love Malacia, and I really want you lot to fall in love with him as well, as much as I do, the kid doesn't know anyone. He's just fucking pocketed Salah and Saka. Yeah, Saka got the better of him a little bit here and there. Cool, I give him that. But he just fucking pocketed one of the best footballers in the world. In the fucking world. Yeah. And he's playing in the hardest league in the world, respectfully to all leagues. He's just pocketed Salah, man. Come 15 million. What the fuck do you expect from him for 15 million? The fact that he's even starting week in, week out, 2 games in a week, no problem for him. No fucking problem for him. This guy is a fucking, he's not even here. He's a machine. People don't actually rate this guy. Attackingly, he can get better, sure, whatever. But the aggression, the speed at which he comes back, the way he reads players, Salah had no fucking answers. Klopp was looking at Salah thinking, why the fuck have I given you 300 odd grand a week? You can't even beat a 15 million, 23, 22-year-old from Farmers League that people call it, right? So yeah, that's Malacia for me. And if he can be like this, man, imagine what it'll be in a few years as he goes. Let's go a bit quick and do Harry and Lidelof together. Listen to me. Lidelof played with Smalling. And even then, Lidelof looked all right. He did. He looked okay. He didn't look the worst, right? But over the years, I hate the word agenda, but Harry Maguire has dragged anybody he plays with down. The man had the audacity to tell us that my partnership with Martinez, shut the fuck up about partnership with Martinez, because Varane showed me partnership with Martinez. Yeah, bare chest pumps, bare loads of high fives. Shut up about you and your fucking partnership with Martinez. You are the problem in Manchester United. You caused Eric Bailly to look bad at times. You caused David De Gea to look bad at times. You definitely caused Lidelof to look bad at times. And you yourself are not good enough to be at Manchester United level. I am sorry. We must be objective and honest. Harry Maguire ain't good enough. Lidelof, for me, sometimes he shows XYZ, but like Mr. Structure calls him, Linda Soft. He's not aggressive enough for me at times. He doesn't go in and challenge at times. Look at the way Martinez plays. Look at the way Varane plays. Look at the way Bailly plays. Yeah, he makes mistakes, injury prone, whatever. Bailly sent Thiago to the fucking shop. Eric Bailly sent Thiago to the fucking, that's Thiago, you know. That's no fucking normal. Eric Bailly sent. So I think Lidelof, Harry Maguire, out. Absolutely. Eric Bailly should be called back from loan, should be given minutes along with Varane and Martinez in cup games and etc. etc. We should make that sort of partnership. Lidelof, if he can find himself as a player that could give something for cup games, he can hold bench. But Harry Maguire has to fucking leave. The man scores headers for England, can't score a header for us. He's good for nothing. He can make a pass, whatever, but that does not mean he's good enough to play for Manchester United. Anybody should be able to make a pass if you play for Manchester United. You're playing at the pinnacle of football. You should be able to make a pass. But the other things, absolutely shit. Don't like him. Can't stand him in a Manchester United shirt. Go and do your career somewhere else. Good luck to you, but not in Manchester United. Griggs, what do you want to tell me about them two?
Bro, you know SpongeBob, right? Gary the Snail. That's what Lidelof and Maguire. Because at the place that they play football is so slow. Like Harry Maguire takes 75 touches to pass the ball, and then you could tell Antony was getting frustrated. You could tell Dalot was getting frustrated. Like we shifted him from left center back to right center back. Yes, he's a good progressive passer according to stats. Yeah, yada. But it's just like so slow. Like you talk about De Gea. You said that triangle specifically. You're talking about the slowest reactive goalkeeper in the world, and you're talking about the slowest center back pairing on the ball. I'm not even talking about in terms of pace. I'm talking about on the ball. Forget about Harry Maguire's pace. His pace is toast to begin with, so he's already slow on that aspect. As for Lidelof, I compare it to a center back like Christensen. Those type of center backs are made for La Liga, where the pace is so slow and you get given time on the ball and you can do your stuff, or maybe like a Serie A. That's Lidelof, and there's no shame in that, but that's your level. Like that's where you're gonna thrive. Premier League for me is not for him because, like you said, the aggression. If he was aggressive, like Martinez is short, right? But his aggression like makes him so much better. Lidelof, he doesn't have that dog in him. Like that dog don't go in everyone. Lidelof, it didn't go to him. It certainly didn't go to Maguire, that's for sure. But like with Harry Maguire, man, it's just like first of all, it's toxic at United. Every time he plays, we all criticize him, and like it's gotten to a point where, bro, like I'm sure he's not happy playing for Man United, to be honest, and we're not happy with him playing. So, well, Tuchel got sacked, so we can't even say go to Chelsea anymore, which sucks. But maybe in Newcastle because he's so highly ranked in the English rank, like in Newcastle, go from Frankie Lampard. You know what to do, my guy. I don't know who else, but just come get him. It's just gotten to the point where there's not needed. And next summer, United do need to go buy a center back. I want a younger center back that we can help develop. while Varane and Martinez still have the range. Because Varane, as much as we love him, the guy's still injury prone. Like we can't fully trust him to be fit. So we need to have a deputy for him that's in a similar mold to him to complement Martinez. And if Eric Bailly does come back, I'm not sure he will, to be honest, based on his comments and everything, and based on the fact that I do think Marseille will get UCL football, so it will become an obligation. And it's sad that it's a career that maybe if Bailly came to Man United now, it would have gotten much better, but he just happened to come at the most toxic time at United. It could have turned out different, but it is what it is. Life is life. But if we get a similar center back to like a Bailly, for example, like that's what we need to have as a backup for Martinez. And Maguire, but just go to Tranmere, go somewhere. And Lidelof, Sociedad will appreciate you.
Let me go through some of the comments quickly, and we'll come to you, Space Kid. Liam, one of the members, big up, says Maguire shit. Austin, one of the members as well, says Lindelof for me better off as a rotation, and Harry out for me, sporadic as well, and Harry out for me. Austin says my early favorite player of the year, probably meaning Malacia. Big Dre, in response to the Mercer thing that you said, Space Kid says Mercer is a continuation of Woodward Reign. He had been advising Woodward for the last 5 years. It's well documented. He's a novice. Sure, it is true, but he did get the signings across the line, and see how he does in the next winter window and the summer window. See what he does, right? See how he makes the deals happen. I'm sure he'll learn from this. Ed Woodward, speaking of Woodward, Ed Woodward is in the big up. Ed Woodward, one of the members, says, bro, they have 0 techers to go play in La Liga. I think that's
chill on Lindelof. Like he's gotten interest from La Liga before. Barcelona wanted him. Don't forget that.
Hassano says Harry Maguire and Lindelof are scraps. They should release them. Yeah, I agree. Go on, Space Kid. What are you telling me about the two?
It's just gonna be quick because just like you said, I want to talk about other players too. So quickly, I want to see Lindelof. Lindelof can stay because I'm very curious to see how he's able to partner with Martinez, because I think that'll be a very interesting partnership for the fact that just like Varane, Lindelof is a little bit calmer. So I just want to see that synergy between him and Martinez. So I'll be curious to see that. Margaret, bro, I don't want to talk about him. He actually pisses me off. I don't respect him.
Who?
Margaret. That's why I call him Margaret. I don't call him Margaret. I don't respect him as a man with his comments, let alone as a player for Manchester United. So I don't want to speak on him. But two, I just want to say that those two are also they're passive defending. They're, instead of being proactive defenders, they're reactive defenders. You see, that's why we like Varane and Martinez, because they're proactive defenders. They don't let you make a move and then they react. No. They stop. They put out the fires before it gets into something very terrible. Well, with those two, Lindelof and Margaret, because they're so slow and everything. They don't even have a choice. The fire is going to start whether they try fast or not because they're so slow at it. And it just makes everyone just look bad. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. And let's move on.
The thing is, if with them two, last night was their opportunity to go and show Ten Hag, I deserve to be in this squad. I deserve to have some minutes. I deserve to challenge for that shirt or that position in the first 11. And them two absolutely did not show it. Absolutely did not show it. Football is all about consistency. Play at a level. If you're going to play at a half level, at least play at a half level so you can hold bench. If you're going to play at the peak level, play at the peak level for consistency. I can't even get my word. Consistently, so then the manager picks you. If you're having 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week, it's not good enough. Simple as. Not for our club. We need to raise our standards with our manager as well. We do, because he's a serious manager. Look at the way Malacia, Martinez, and all them men are playing, right? So why should we let these two off? It was their opportunity last night to show us, and they did the same thing. To me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you, sideways. Carry the ball forward. Do something with it. Take a bit of risk. Martinez just comes in like a fucking Superman on his chest. He says S on his chest. The guy says, fuck the law. I'm carrying the ball forward. I'm passing it. I'm fucking beating a defender. I'm going to dive. Penalty or not, I don't care. I really don't. We should be killing the game off anyways. Those type of things, guess what? It'll happen more often. It will. We can't cry and be, oh my God, VAR decision. No, we can't.
So the intangibles, Faz, is the intangibles.
Exactly, it'll
that
happen.
These new players have that specifically Luke Shaw and Maguire and Lindelof don't have. It's the intangibles. Not sometimes we focus too much on the tangibles, the ability, how you do things, how you receive the ball, how you pass the ball, how you receive it on the half turn, your distribution, this, that, your finishing. Sometimes fast, Griggs, it's the intangibles.
Yep, 100%.
It's what you
It's it's
can't
it's a
measure.
it's a give and take. It's a give and take. He's gonna maybe concede some penalties, but guess what? He didn't fucking concede any penalties in the games that he was winning for us before, right? So it's won. So it is what it is. People can't be complaining. And the decision was bad, whatever, but I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about, did we make a 60 million euro mistake? Did we make a 60 million euro mistake? I do not think so. I think it is too early to go and say we may have made a mistake. It is way too fucking early. We have so much patience for fucking Sancho. We have so much patience for Rashford. We have so much patience for fucking Eriksen and everyone else. McTominay, obviously Fred. Chill. Relax with Casemiro. Just relax. We know what he's capable of doing. We know what the manager thinks of him. We know, and we've seen the performance, right? We have. So just relax, will you? He'll come. He'll come through. It is embarrassing when Casemiro's getting megged. I can't fucking lie. It's fucking peak because the first thing I'm going through my head, 60 fucking big ones. What the fuck is this? It is upsetting when he's mispassing the ball. It's upsetting when he seems like people are just taking the piss out of him on the pitch. Two players are just passing between each other and he's just getting caught in the middle of it. It does. It looks like he's a bit slow at times. It looks like he's just kicking the ball everywhere and flustered. He's not calm on the ball, but it'll come. I think it'll come. Yesterday, he didn't have the best of the games. Sure, he made a good few mistakes, sure, but it will come. That's all I can say. I haven't seen enough of him to say, okay, we've made a mistake. It's only his first start of the season in a Europa game. People will say, well, if he can't do this in Europa, will he do this in the league? We'll just have to wait and find out. That's all I can fucking say. We'll have to wait and find out. I believe in Casemiro enough. I do. I'm not gonna judge him at all. I think it was a combined thing. If he played well, does that mean we can win? Well, we will never know, will we? We will never know. But it's too early. Griggs, talk to me.
Yeah, bro. That's what he said, bro. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. This is a world class player. This is no scrub we're talking about. He is the best destroyer on the planet. So he's always, I don't think he's match fit. Like in terms of like match fitness, in terms of like rustiness, he looks rusty on the pitch. Like his passing was like short. It wasn't like he was booting it long like a Bruno. It was just like short. He just has to get accustomed to the system because at Real Madrid. The system is pretty much like it's free flowing football. Like you do, like they just make up their football at the like it's just Modric and Cruz dictating play, and they just go with it. It's freestyle. Casemiro, for the first time in a long time, is playing under a specific system where you have to be in specific positions, gotta do specific tasks. So it's a little different. And we all of us said that he needs a ball progressor next to him. It's not like we all expect him to be a Rodri where he's just like dictating play like that. No one is expecting that of Casemiro. If you are, I'm sorry, we signed the wrong player for you then. Casemiro, he'll come good, and if he doesn't, he doesn't. Well, it's not the first time we've seen a fall, but for me, he's earned the benefit of the doubt for me because this is one of the best players in his position. So people just gotta wait and see. It was last week against Leicester. He had a fantastic cameo, so he just has to build consistency. And Ten Hag said that you just gotta let him grow into the system, and eventually he'll come good. People saying the Bastian Schweinsteiger comparison, relax with that. It's not the same at all. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Space Kid, what are you telling me about Casemiro? Talk to me.
Hey, so we're just gonna keep it consistent. So one thing that
You
he's
there?
been consistent at, that's me.
You're there.
So
Yeah, you there? You there?
Okay, sorry. One thing that he's been consistent of that has me worried, that has me a little bit concerned, is that his misplaced passes. Every game that he's come into, he's misplaced passes, whether it be in Southampton in his debut, whether it be Leicester City, whether it be Arsenal, and whether it be last night or yesterday, I should say. Like every game, he's misplaced passes. So I'm a bit concerned about that. I don't think that has to do with system. That's just like, I don't know. I guess he needs to be a bit more fit, but I hope he gets up to speed with that. But secondly, he's used to playing with someone like Modric and Kroos. Yesterday he was playing with Eriksen and Fred. Eriksen obviously did his thing, but Fred, he's not the best receiver of the ball with his touch. And to make it worse, he had once again Lindelof and Margaret in the back with the slow build-up play. So I just think that he was just a byproduct of slow build-up play and not having Bruno to as another outlet for him to pass to. That's it.
Mm. I think obviously some of the opposition fans are fucking absolutely going at Casemiro as they will. That's what you expect from them. We would do the same. But from a Man United perspective, I'm fully calm. I'm okay. I don't think there's much to say. He's just a bit of time, and I think he'll show through. Right now, the eyes are on him more because out of all the things, fucking McTominay is performing. Out of all fucking things, the level is so low that when McTominay does a half decent game, we think, "Whoa, Casemiro's a mistake." But chill out. Let's just chill out. When it comes to criticism, it'll be me screaming and shouting it, and the community will. So yeah, let's chill out on that. Let's talk about Eriksen. What did we think of Eriksen? He's been playing every single game, like Malacia, like Dalot. I think he's been the only player who's played every game, has had the most minutes so far this season, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Bruno as well. But we'll come to Bruno. But Eriksen, every single game. I'm a bit worried about Eriksen, not in terms of performance. Funny enough, I'm just watching MUTV. The game is come on, so if my attention is going to the game, I do apologize. But um, I think he's coming through slowly. He gave us some chances last night. You saw the cross coming into Ronaldo. You saw him trying to link up. You saw him make some good passes forward. But I think he would work really well with a Martial. You know me, I'm Martial out, right? Well, don't attack me. I'm Martial out. We'll come to that if you want. But um, he would work with someone like a Ivan Tony. He would work with someone like a Mitrovic. But it doesn't work with someone like a Ronaldo. Absolutely not. I think he would work really well with someone like Ivan Tony, if you ask me.
They play
Um,
together. To be
but
fair,
with well, there you go. Actually, yeah. But with Ronaldo, it ain't working. Ronaldo's just like a bit too slow, a bit too many touches, falling over, yada yada. It's not working. It's not working. But he's coming through. I think at the start I was wondering, what's he doing? Like, I'm not seeing much from him, but I'm seeing he's averaging more kilometers than all other players. So he is running a fucking shit ton. He's playing every single game. He's been defensively good. He's been attackingly good. He's given the service in. You can't blame him for that. He is giving the service in. He did get caught against the Arsenal game, foul, half foul, soft foul, whatever you want to call it. But that's gonna happen. That happens to fucking Bruno all the time. Happened to Pogba. It's gonna happen to him. Nothing you can do about that. But some of the things that he can do. Did you see the punching of the ball in the last game as well? The way he found Bruno. Obviously, he assisted Rashford as well. He's doing good for me so far. I have nothing much to say on him. I think yesterday there was other aspects of the game that could have been changed, or if it was different, things would have been different. But in terms of Eriksen, that's me really. I'll go over to you, Greg. You talk to me about Eriksen. What are your thoughts? Greg, you there?
he's so good. He's so like he brings that calmness in that midfield because you always yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Calm. Yeah, he just brings that calmness to the team that we needed in midfield. Like it's so essential. Like he's kind of like the Modric slash Cruz to Casemiro potentially when Casemiro gets up to match fitness. He just with him he'll make the right pass. Like in the first 2 games I was worried because he was doing Bruno and doing like the rugby thing. Now he's like kind of Ten Hag has figured out his role and it is because yesterday Fred played a 10 instead of an Eriksen. We all know Eriksen's traditionally a 10. But I think he's like as a lot of 10s do. The ones that are like Eriksen, they drop back and start playing the DLP role, and he's doing that. He's the most important player in our build up because he's the link between the first and second phase in a way, from the second to third phase. Not bad. So he's important, and he's just like his passing is so good. His his intelligence, like you could tell this guy is such a genius on the pitch. He knows how to make the runs. Like against Arsenal, he made that third man run. He timed it to perfection. Like that's a hard run to time, and he did that. And like you said, once we get a more proper number 9, that's not a Ronaldo. If a Martial comes back, whatever. If we get an Ivan Tony in January, God willing, or even a Mitrovic, that's what we need, and he'll link up even better with them. And Bruno, his connection with Bruno is really good. They like each other, funnily enough. So he's doing really good. And as for his fitness, bro, I don't know what they injected him after he had his cardiac arrest, bro. I don't know if Tony Stark is actually a real life person and they give him an arc reactor. But I don't understand how this guy's playing this much minutes. But this rest will do him good. I wouldn't even play him next week against who we play Sheriff. I wouldn't play him against Sheriff. Just give him like the week's rest and let him. If we do play against Leeds next week, if that game goes through, then that's when you bring him back.
All right, we'll come to you, Space Kid. I'll just read some of the comments. Sidano says that long ball from Antony to Antony from Elanga was so accurate. Let's see what else is there. Hassan says, Faz, you're right. Let's give Casemiro some time, but he was not the player that we wanted. Interesting. Okay, I understand. Abdul says, if a player is playing bad, Faz will be on him more than anyone. Yeah, you are definitely right. Disha says Ronaldo needs to leave, and Ronaldo fans need to wake up from their dreams. I've woken up from my dream. That's all I can say. But Space Kid, talk to me about Eriksen.
Eriksen.
I like how you have a pen and paper, like my manager, like Ten Hag, like our manager. You be writing things down.
Yeah, because I want to have efficient points and just get, keep things moving, keep things sticking, and know what I'm trying to say. So, alongside with Malacia, Martinez, and McTominay, Eriksen is a top 4 player for contention for Player of the Year so far. I know just so far, just in this young year, 6 games, nothing. I'm not setting in stone, but he's shown that he's just like Greg said. He transitions from second to third phase. He's important. He calms things down. And this team, we're so used because we've been brainwashed with the Jose Mourinho counterattacking football, and then to double it down with the Ollie counterattacking way. When it comes to us transitioning the ball, we're always looking for the 1-2 haymaker. Simple, like instead of being methodical and killing you by a death by what's the saying? Death by 1,000 slices. We don't do that. Us is bang bang, simple, and it works for us. But Ten Hag eventually wants to get to a death by 1,000 slices, and someone like Eriksen does facilitate that type of play. And just like you said, I shared it in the members only group chat earlier about them potentially looking at Ivan Tony in the winter window. Once again, if Murtough comes through in the winter, I don't care whether it's Ivan Tony, but just a good enough striker. It may even still be Gakpo, even though you don't like him. We'll see. You'll just have to give more props to Murtough. And I think that Murtough will be encouraged to buy and spend in the winter off of the signings he's seen and their production, so far in this young season, And I think he has that respectable relationship with Ten Hag. So, yeah, Eriksen right now, one of the contention for player of the season. Long may it continue. He said he came back to United to play a lot of games. He's 30 years of old. If Casemiro can do it, Eriksen can do it as well. You better run your socks off. Go Team Eriksen.
I think for a free transfer, you can't fucking complain at fucking all, mate. He's free. He plays every single game. He's averaging the most distance, and we know Ten Hag loves a runner. He keeps saying do the basics well. He's coming through. At the first few games, we were like, whoa, but that's fan base for you. That's me for you. Reactionary. Yeah, cool. But he's coming through. I like players that shut me up. He's shutting me up right now. He's keeping me quiet. If a player's keeping me quiet and I don't have much to say, there you go. They're taking my job in essence, because people think my job is just sitting here complaining about players. Now, complaining about players, though, I will come to fucking Fred. Pastor Fred. Fred and me have a very unique relationship. Last season, I absolutely shredded Fred for this first half of this. Absolutely ended him. I said, I do not like this player. I want him out. What the fuck is this shit? And that was McTominay McFred, as people call it, right? Come later on into the season, he starts doing some small jogger. I don't know about the bonito, but he does the small jogger, and I'm thinking, okay, is this? Has he realized? Has he woken up and realized that he's not an English player? He's not. He's actually Brazilian. Has he just realized he's got the Brazilian DNA? And then he started performing well. And I remember a very famous interview that I did amongst the United View fan base. I said in a particular video when Fred performed well, I said, Fred, I am not apologizing to you just yet. And I'm glad I didn't, even though Fred had a beautiful game after that, and did well in preseason as well. Let's not forget that chip. Let's not forget that beautiful chip. But you've been here, Fred. You know what we expect from you. And the sad thing is, right? This is the sad part. I think he works hard. I genuinely do. I think Fred works hard. But my concern with Fred is that he looks like he's just being bullied in that midfield constantly. That's my thing with Fred. All the time, all you see him is go like this. He just goes like this. He's just going like this. Players just passing it around and he's just going like this. Just chasing the ball. Whoa, chase the ball. Eh. Whoa, chase the ball. Eh. Whoa, chase the ball. That's what it sounds like. Like in playground when you got someone in the middle, piggy in the middle, or so, whatever.
Monkey
That's
in the
what
middle.
it looks like. Yeah, he's just going round and round. And poor guy, he's smashing into a player. The player bullies him off the ball. He falls off the ball. Da, 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 da. Physically, he's not got the best makeup to be physical like a McTominay. But that 10 role he can't do. We can't ask him to be a 6, 8. I don't know. What is he going to do? And the most important thing is his touch, which is absolutely unacceptable for Manchester United. Your touch is so bad. So bad. What else are you supposed to do other than smash into someone and put some good passes through to Eriksen, put some good passes through to Ronaldo, maybe to Elanga or whatever? Just put some simple pass. I'm not asking you to punch the ball like Eriksen. I'm not asking you as much as you do run around, whatever. Just make a couple of simple tackles, which you can't do because of your physical makeup. And sometimes you do it, but the ball gets fumbled about. It's like even when he wins a tackle, the ball is getting juggled about on the floor. He's not even fully in control of the ball, right? And on top of that, when you do get the ball, it's like a bit confusing. You're not really aware. Have you noticed? Please comment down below if you've noticed, or if any of you've noticed, when he is receiving the ball, his legs are so wide apart. Have you noticed this? His legs are so wide apart. It's like he's not even in balance. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like he's like, oh, I don't want the ball here. Take it. That's how he plays football. He receives it. He's like, whoa. And we're like, oh, pass and let it go, pass and let it go. But when you're confident, you're confident. You look like you're confident, right? Frankie de Jong is confident on the ball. Modric is confident on the ball. But Fred, I don't know, man. He just doesn't do it for me. I'll come to you, Griggs. What do you think of Fred?
Bro, Fred is Jekyll and Hyde, man. One week he'll be like the best player on the pitch, like in terms of midfield.
We can't hear you properly, Griggs. Your mic is going very in and out. Very, very in and out. So maybe just try.
Yeah,
sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Calm. Yeah, but it's Fred, bro. Like 1 week he looks so good on the pitch, and then the next week he looks so terrible. Like with his back to goal, him and Rashford, one of the worst players you'll ever see. Because he'll just get pressed. Then he'll do like a nice little flick to prove that he's Brazilian, and then the next week he'll like he's from Bolivia. No offense to Bolivians out there, but it's so awkward with him, and he's not a number 10, and he's definitely not a number 6. He's a number 8, but somehow Man United are allergic to playing him at the number 8. Ralph's the only one that played him at number 8, and that's why he was good for Ralph Ragnick. He played the number 8, in my opinion, but Ten Hag doesn't trust him in build-up play, which fair enough. I wouldn't trust him either because his passing is absolutely horrible. So I get why Ten Hag doesn't trust him in that area. So I don't know, man. For me, his contract ends next year, right? I would just let him go and let him go to a different club. It's just how it goes.
You're genuinely having network issues where.
All right, let me bounce back in.
Yeah, your mic is going in and I'll maybe get like I tweeted this today. wired headphones over wireless headphones. So whatever you got on your ear, trash that shit in the bin. You thought you bought a fucking Modric, but you actually got a Fred. Trash that shit. You thought you bought a Cruz, you actually got a Fred. Trash that shit. Shit ain't working. Network issues. If you know about network issues, that's my co-sign on this channel. Network issues. But yeah, Griggs is saying that he thinks and he believes, and I agree with him, that Fred is more of a 8. But Ten Hag tried to play him in a 10, etc., and it didn't work. But yeah, go on, Griggs. I'll let you wrap up your point.
Better now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, with Ferrer, it's just like his contract comes to end next year, I believe. I would just let him go and just move on to get more midfielders because we do need more midfielders. And he just needs to go play in a lower league, in my opinion. So
yeah, totally agree.
To be fair, he came from Shakhtar Donetsk. In respect to the Turkish league, but he did come from Shakhtar Donetsk. Honestly, I just think that he has a specific role. Like his specific role is to just play counter-attacking football when we're playing against superior opposition. Like when we're playing against Arsenal, or Liverpool's, or Chelsea's, or PSG's, or Juve, or anyone that we think can attack us and hurt us. I think that's when you play Fred, because yesterday, honestly, he annoyed me the most out of anyone yesterday on the pitch. Yesterday, like it's comical, it's childish, it's juvenile. His touch is juvenile at this point. Like it's not funny no more. Try a different joke. Like it's that bad. Like, and I think he only played there yesterday because CR7 was the striker, and I think Ten Hag wanted him to be able to help with the pressing, which makes sense from a tactical standpoint. Nevertheless, I just think that he's just one of those players that I think he has to go, man. He has to go. He his time is up. We've never really enjoyed his time at United, like in sync. Like you see how right now we're in sync, enjoying the time with Malacia, even though it's short, but we're enjoying it. Or the time with Martinez or even Bruno. Yes, we may have a purple patch, but for the most part, if we looked at it from a collective standpoint and overall from since he got here to now, we've liked and enjoyed him. Fred has been. We've had civil wars within our that's been a part of our proxy wars. Within the fan base, Fred has been one of the decisive objects and reasons why we've had these proxy wars, because we can't understand why he can't receive the ball. We can't understand why he struggles to make the right decision. It's not that he can't make the pass, Griggs, because Fred he can break the lines by passing. I've seen it. So we've seen that numerous amounts.
Network issues. We're having some network issues, man. We're having some network issues. I think the Glazers have found out about the stream.
they're local, they're local. They're in America. They found our IP address.
Yeah, I think
so many poor decisions.
Oh, there he is. I think it's just coming through now. Space Kid, 1 second. I'll just remove him for now. Space Kid, if you're listening, just reconnect your connection and then come back and I'll add you to the stream. But yeah, network issues, man. Real life network issues. A lot of the time people are chatting network issues, but today actually we're having network issues. Oh, he's back. 1 second. He is back. Let me see. There we go. Cool.
Sorry.
You're back.
Sorry, I don't. Oh my god.
What? Oh, shit.
No, I'm here.
That looks like a bit of McFred. That looks like all over the shit. And
yeah. You see, just talk about him just makes me just nervous.
Someone said Arsenal fans are hacking the stream. And Scott, big up Scott as well, watching the stream. Scott says that Ukrainian, not Turkey.
I mean, sorry.
Just to correct you. But yeah, continue.
So yeah, like I'm saying, it's just like we just lack the IQ and decision making from top to bottom, from defenders to midfield to attackers. And to make it worse, it's just that Fred, he can't receive the ball on the half turn. He struggles with it with his bad first touch, and teams know that, so they press him. So it's hard to even use him as an outlet, even though he's an 8, even though that's a quote unquote best position. I don't know, man. He has to go by 2024. I can't wait. Let him go.
Okay, so you're in agreement to let him go. I think it's good to cash in. Um, let's come on and speak about Elanga. Let's talk about Elanga. I'll let you know what. I'll go last. I'll let you go, Space Kid, first because you had clearly a reaction to Elanga. Let's talk about Elanga. Go on.
This guy gives me pure huff and puff football vibes. To all my smokers out there, you know what I'm talking about. Huff and puff football. Bro, Elanga reminds me of a worse version of Dan James. For the simple fact that he can't cross as well as Dan James. I don't think he's faster than Dan James, and he don't make his decision making isn't better than Dan James. He's literally a B-Tech version of Dan James. And the only reason why he got so much claim to fame last year is because the one thing that he's always going to give you is hard work. He's going to be consistent with that, and I appreciate that from him because that's the bare minimum. But in a team that was so devoid of confidence and energy and intensity last year, he was like a shining light, and that's why we all rallied around him. But bro, the more and more you watch this man play, it's like, why are you struggling beating Trent one-on-one? That's barbecue chicken. No, real talk. That's barbecue chicken, bro. Anyone can beat Trent, bro. Rashford, after he made his debut against Arsenal. Then we play Liverpool a few weeks later, and that's when Rashford. I see him duppy Trent, cut inside, boom. Then he came back again, duppied him again, cut inside, boom. I'm like, bro, that is the bare minimum. Elanga was struggling to beat him. He got him once when he went into the outside instead of chopping and changing and cutting the inside. All I'm trying to say is with Elanga, you have your work cut out for you because Antony's here. We know Jadon Sancho is here. Once Martial comes back into the fray, that it means less minutes for you. And now that we have this break, that is coming rather sooner than later. You know, like Elanga, hey, get ready. It's gonna be a cold winter. It's gonna be a cold winter.
Let me just come in. I want to show you guys something. So, firstly, my rating on Elanga is you know what? I'll come to that actually. All I'll say is Elanga looked sharp during preseason. Did anyone see that? During preseason training specifically. Let me just share something with you guys on here. I found the video footage. I have never seen a player do this good in training sessions and then come on the pitch and fucking fumble. I ain't. So I'll play the video. And you guys.
Anthony settings.
Sharp. He works hard. He does work hard. Got good speed, good footwork. Look at that. Very sharp, tidy, neat, bang. Good shooting. Look at that. Great shooting. Good touch on the ball. Not no Darwin Núñez step overs. Sharp kid. Works hard. Great. Good jump. Yeah, great jump. Great jump. Strong. Strength. Yeah, he's good. He's good in training though. But look sharp. But it's not bad, is it? Like he's sharp, you know. He is sharp, but Griggs, talk to me. What you make of that, and then what you've seen.
I mean, first of all, like in training time about training, like there was a game after the last season ended. It was a Nations League game for Sweden, and he scored a really nice goal. It was like a nice cut inside. I was really nice. Honestly, funny enough for Elanga, yesterday he was probably our best attacker in terms of directness. Funnily enough, I thought yesterday he actually wasn't even that bad. He had the Sociedad right back on toast. Like he was cooking him down the inside, and he was cut and he was driving down the byline. His final end product is not that best. But to be fair to him, a lot of young wingers' end product is not the best. That's what makes or breaks you as a winger. If your end product is crap, you could be as quick and as good as a dribble on the wall. Look at Vinicius, for example. Obviously, I'm not comparing him, but Vinicius, like 2 years ago, if you told someone that Vinicius was going to be the top 2 winger on the planet, you would have laughed in their face because that guy was terrible. And now look at him. He unlocked the end product, and now he's arguably the best winger in the world. Elanga will never be that. Obviously, he's not as talented as Vinicius. But for Elanga, for me, I see his usefulness. Obviously, as a starter, he is not it. I'm not saying that he should start for Man United. Absolutely never. But as a squad player, we've seen his impact. He came into UCL last year against Atletico and he scored right away. So he has his usefulness. And like as a super sub, for example, he'd be better than a guy we'll talk about later that came on as a super sub yesterday. He's direct. He's actually direct. So Elanga's like he's not like scared. He'll go at you. Like against Trent, he went at him. He didn't win always, but he still goes at him. So I'll never like question his his effort on the pitch. He'll go at you. On the ball, he needs to improve. Obviously, with a Ten Hag, it will do that. Maybe a loan would have. If we had gotten more attackers this year, a loan would have done him very well because he's never gone on loan. So that would have been nice for him. But for Lang, I'm not going to criticize him because yesterday there was because I rewatched the game and I saw like a specific tactical analysis on him, just him yesterday, and he showed me something like he kept the width nice and he attacked down the byline, and I like that for my wingers because it allows you to create a high chance opportunity. There were a couple of times where he made the right pass, but he ended up passing it to Fred, and then after that it went to catastrophe. Once you pass the ball to Fred, sometimes it goes to haywire. So that happens. For Lang, I'm not going to criticize him from yesterday because yesterday he's our honestly our best attacker yesterday. So I'm not going to.
But Greg, before Faz goes, but that's the thing. You're saying just yesterday.
I'm focusing on yesterday's game. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you're talking about yesterday's game. I'm talking about the whole shebang, everything since his debut last year. When
You are lagging quite a bit. Just to let you know as well, you're lagging quite a bit. I was gonna say like Harry Maguire, but you called him Margaret. So yeah, he's gone again. He's gone again. Wait till he comes back. All right. Whilst he comes back, I talk to you about Elanga. Look, someone mentioned here, Hassano mentioned here, saying Elanga will improve. I do believe, and you know what? I want to just hold on to Elanga a little bit longer. I don't want to give up on him just yet. I think there's a player in there. I think Ten Hag is a very good coach who's obviously done great work with Bayern as well, under 23, right? So he's worked with youngsters. He's developed Antony. He's developed Ajax players. He knows how to develop players. We'll come to the video that I made of that I followed of Ten Hag when he was speaking to Antony. I feel like watching him, I feel like he trusts Antony Elanga. I think there's a trust in there. I feel like he will bring this kid on more to do the job. I think an Elanga and a Martial works when Rashford doesn't. I think it does. Because like you said, he's just a plain and simple direct. No BS about him. There's no stopping the ball. There's no pause, nothing. Direct. Attack, drag a player with you. Even if you don't get the ball, running behind and drag a player with you. It is so important. Like running is an understatement. Running is so fucking important. Sancho doesn't run a lot at times. Elanga and Rashford do. Elanga specifically does. Running, dragging a player with you, right? And creating that space for a Eriksen, for a Ronaldo, for a Martial, for a Rashford, whatever. It's very, very crucial. And I think Elanga will just only develop. How old is he? I don't even
He's
know.
like 20. He's still a teenager.
Is he teenager? I thought he's 20. Yeah, he's 20 years old.
Oh,
he's 20 years old. So he's still got a little bit, he's still got about, give him 2 years, I'd say. 22 is a good time to judge a player. Even though you hit your prime at 26, I'm not trying to wait till 26, but a 22-year-old is really when you're thinking, right, this is what I'm looking at now. He's shown me good signs. Obviously, he's got some little spells where he does well. But again, for cup games, if we had, for example, if the team was doing well last night and it was a 1-0 win for us or a 2-0 win, people would have actually turned on Elanga and said, well, actually, Elanga wasn't bad at all, was he? He did some bits. But the scoreline always dictates how the direction we take when we're rating a player. So I still don't have any fault in Elanga because he's not a starter. Let's be real. He's not a starter now that we have Antony Joga Bonito here. So considering that, he can hold my bench and he can play in the cup games. Someone said, I want to pick up one of the comments here. Fat Thor, big up Fat Thor as well, supporting the channel. Thank you. Says we need a squad player. We need a squad player with at least 2 players per position. A topic worth discussing. That's a great comment. I think it'll be worth if me, Griggs, and some of the members work this out and maybe make a stream specifically dissecting competition for positions. That might be worth discussing. A specific stream discussing competition for positions. Now that football's not postponed at the moment and football's not on, maybe it's worth doing it in that period. But yeah, I do think that's a good topic to discuss because competition is very important, right? Muhammad Ali, big up, says, big up, brother Faz. I'm concerned about Rashford's new contract, like wage and length. Wouldn't surprise me if they did Shaw too. Great point. I've discussed this contract situation on another stream, but I'll tell you what, I'm not happy. I am not happy. Look, I'd say it as it is. Luke Shaw does not deserve a contract. That's for sure. Fucking no, absolutely no. Forget the contract. A 1-year extension. If you want to do it and sell him on, do that. Or if you want to let him walk on free, because we let 90 million fucking pounds walk out the door for free. How much was thingy worth to us? Mr. TikTok, what's his name? Jesse Lingard. How much was he worth? 30, 40 million?
No, well, he's an academy player, so we never really even bought.
We never actually valued him, but I'm sure someone would have paid 30 million for him.
Yeah, I'd say like 25. Yeah,
25 million. We'll let 25, 80 million. So that's 100 million walk out for free. If we can let them walk out for free, I'm sure we can let Luke Shaw walk out for free. Agents ran this club for a long time, but Ten Hag has a set of bollocks on him, and I'm sure he'll decide what he wants to do with Luke Shaw. But Luke Shaw's contract, absolutely not. I'm happy though if they want to decide to extend his contract and then sell him on so we can make money. That's clever business. Extend his contract in January for a year extension, which is automatic. Do that and then sell him on so you can make some money off him. But then who's gonna pay 20-30 million for Luke Shaw? Who in the right mind? Man United just let Jimmy Garner go for fucking 9 million. They'll fucking turn around and say, this kid. So yeah, that's that with Luke Shaw. Rashford, I'm scared. I cannot lie. The reason why I'm scared, big up Omo as well. The reason why I'm scared with Rashford's contract is because players seem to ghost when they get a new contract. A lot of players do. Bruno did that a little bit. He's coming through slowly. No, I want to go down the extension route. And managers and clubs can do it. But modern day players won't accept it. Modern day agents won't accept it. And you know what? It's not your call, it's my call. When Man United are doing well, I tell you what, if Man United are doing well, they will accept this extension. Because they'll be like, you know what? If I leave Manchester United, where the fuck am I going to go? Where am I going to go? But Manchester United aren't doing well exactly at the moment, are they? They're not in Champions League. They're not having won a trophy, so they can't dictate these type of things. But with Rashford, what are they going to give him? 300. He's on, if I'm not mistaken, 200 right now. No, he's
50.
not because of the wage reduction.
Oh yes,
25%. Yeah, 25% wage reduction. So he's on 200 or 200 right now. If they give him a new contract, it'll be like 320, something like that. And we've got a 22, 23-year-old already earning 350. It fucks up the wage bill. I'm not happy with it. I wouldn't want to give him a lot of money. I'd probably give him 280 max if he wants to argue and call it for a 6-year deal, 5-year with a 1 year, and lock him up that way. But I'm not giving him 300 plus. But knowing Man United, they probably do, because he's going to do the same thing as he does. As much as we love Rashford, he's going to ask his brother to go and entertain PSG and Barcelona. And we forget these things, don't we? We forget that, oh yeah, his brother did try and entertain PSG and Barcelona and XYZ. And that's what players do, typical player stuff. But what we need to do is be smart, do smart business, do not extend these contracts straight away. Wait it out. Because from January, clubs can talk to these players as well, don't forget. Let them. Because they want to stay in Manchester United. You go from Manchester United, you're not going to another big club. Manchester United is the biggest club, unless you go in Real Madrid. So that's that. People are saying Erlanga's trash, says Spilling. I hope you don't mind me pronouncing your name as that because I have no idea how to pronounce the rest of it. But if you want to break it down, please do. Prince says Elanga is coming. He's still a boy, 20-year-old. Yeah, he's still a boy. I thought says Elanga is a squad player. As long as he plays to his strengths, he'll come good. I do agree. I do agree. Omo, welcome. Welcome to the conversation.
Hey, how you doing?
We're nearly coming to the end of the player breakdown. Do you want to give something before we move on to the next player?
Yeah, continue. We'll move on
Okay,
to the next
cool,
one.
cool. Let's talk about. We'll keep the main man for the last, right? Let's talk about Antony, my player. I love him. I really do. Did well last night. Not the greatest performance. Didn't set Old Trafford on fire, sure. But I like a bit where he let the ball go through his legs and then turned the player, and he was like, "Whoa!" Like, okay, because let's not forget, Vinny did that against City, wasn't it? Was it City
Yeah,
against
Fernandinho.
Fernandinho? Yeah,
Yeah,
Fernandinho.
Fernando for the win.
Yeah, and people thought, my goodness, what the hell? And Anthony did that as well. So he's got that in him. My only thing is with Anthony at the moment, it's a lot of money we paid for him. So the time that I'm gonna give him is gonna be lower than, for example, a Casemiro or whatever. Money always dictates certain factors. It does, whether you like it or not. It does, because straight away 100 million gets brought up. Not the age, not nothing. It's the 100 million. He scored on his debut, which is absolutely like you couldn't write that shit. So yeah, great, great. Happy with that. Positioning was great. I really, really do enjoy his defensive work. I absolutely adore his defensive work. I don't think any other player does as much defensive work from a winger's perspective as he does. He absolutely smashed into a player, no problem for him. He will celebrate a challenge as well, which I really enjoy. And most importantly, he puts a shift in and he runs. He runs. The slowing down of the ball and all of that, cool. I like it. I get it. No problem. Because we know he can beat a man, but it will come with due time. That's all I can say. But his defensive work, and I'm gonna come on to Sancho as well. Omo, make sure you stay on. I'll come on to Sancho. But yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing. And we know he's got a left foot bullet, a left foot rocket launcher on him, which will come through in due time as well. But only with due time. I'm just gonna give him at least 4 or 5 more games for him to come through. Gigs, what do you want to tell me about Anthony?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Obviously people were going to talk about yesterday. Like he wasn't like the best. I think his performance against Arsenal was better in my opinion. Obviously he scored the goal, but his defensive record has been so like spectacular. So for me, if you're not going to be the best on the ball, at least off the ball be immaculate, and he is immaculate off the ball. I'll give him that. And like you said, 5 games. I want to see how because he has to get adjusted to the team. Because I know he knows Ten Hag's system, but he also played with different players in Ten Hag's system. It's not the same. It's not the same players. There's no Sebastian Aller up there. There is no Dusan Tadic. It's a Bruno Fernandes and a Ronaldo. So it's different players that he needs to get used to. He needs to work on his relationship with Dalot because Mazraoui is not there no more. It's a new relationship. It will come good because they both speak the same language. So that's a plus in my opinion. The fact that they both speak Portuguese. So I'll just give him time and we'll go with that. We'll judge him like October or something.
Yeah, fair point. Omo, what do you want to tell me about Anthony?
Nah, he didn't have a bad game. He pretty much had an average game. As in, I'm gonna give him time because I think I see what he can do. Pretty much the right side is just locked down already. Like there's not even a competition. Probably Sancho if every time I want to put Sancho on the right for some games. But so far, starting number 1 on the list, right side is Anthony. And as players start gelling together, playing together, he will also find his role as a creator, and because in Ajax he was a creator / scorer. He's gonna do that once the team start gelling together. Because right now the team is still a little shaky because it's striker position, but as time go on, everything's just gonna go smoothly.
Did you see that touch that he did when the ball got whipped to him? He did that signature touch as well. I'm into stuff like that. I like that stuff. I'm a child at heart. But yeah, that's just me. I think he'll come good. Let's go through some of the comments quickly. Fat Thought says Antony just needs to focus on strength and conditioning to be able to go aggressive in the Premier League. Sancho, on the other hand, needs to mix his game and be direct at times. He is predictable. I come on to Sancho. I got a lot to say about Sancho,
So
whether
do
you call
I.
it agenda or
So
not.
I have a lot to say too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll come on.
No, I'm cooking.
I'll come on to Sancho in a
My
minute.
child.
Almost child, almost star boy. Muhammad Ali says Antony will smash once we have a striker and good midfield trio. His defensive work rate is 100. I do think so too. Arteta loves Arsenal, says classic Arsenal, Santa Claus FC. I don't actually know if you support Arsenal or not. Like, I actually don't. I don't understand. Who do you support? Comment down below if you're watching. Who do you actually support? So I can remember who you support. Prince says Antony is going to be like Malacia. Once he picks, no one can stop him. Once he picks up, no one can stop him. To me, I believe he is on the way coming. Hassano says Antony is good. He will learn the system quickly. First thing, Antony already pretty much understands Ten Hag football. Second thing, Ten Hag trusts him with every inch, soul of his body, mind, whatever. He trusts him. Thirdly, the club have spent a lot of fucking money. So there is a lot of faith, not the pressure. I don't want to like use the word pressure, but faith in the kid. Yeah. Don't forget, I keep reminding, and I will keep reminding you, Sir Alex, Cristiano Ronaldo, Giggsy, Scholesy, Ferdinands, and all of them. Get rid of Ronaldo. Get rid of him. He does too many tricks. He does too much this, that, the other, whatever. And Ronaldo came through. Not saying Antony's a Ronaldo, because at 22 years old, Ronaldo was setting the world on fucking fire. But the manager trusts the player. The manager has clearly told the board, make this player, this transfer happen at any cost. I don't care. Let the manager do his thing, right? The manager knows him. He knows the manager. They have a relationship, which is golden. So yeah, that's that. And he gives Sancho a real run for his money, like a fucking real run for his money. 4 or 5 games, a month and a half or 2. Let's see how it happens. I don't want to give him too much time. I'll tell you right now, because Luis Diaz didn't need that much time to set the pace and set the tone in the league. He didn't. Let's be real. So why should a 100 million euro player who's trusted by the manager, who knows the system, who's played with the manager before, young, no problem, does a lot of things well, and he
as
can do a
well.
lot of things.
Kulusevski.
Yeah, well, there you go. So yeah, that's my thing. Let's come on to Ronaldo, and then we'll come on to some of the subs. Let's come on to Ronaldo. Griggs, you're gonna go last, because I know you're gonna just put the nail in the coffin with Ronaldo. I do. But I'm gonna let's start with Omo. Omo, go on. What you telling me about Ronaldo? Talk to me about Ronaldo.
I'm tired of him. Like I don't know what his problem is. I know that he doesn't understand that he can't do the thing. I don't get this man. Like, as in,
Okay.
you're a striker. You're supposed to be doing A, and you keep on trying to do what you're doing at Real Madrid. You can't do that no more. You don't have the pace. You don't have the shot. You barely have the header. Like, oh man, just sit down. Sit down, old man. I thought I saw McNeil. I'm like, bench Ronaldo and let McNeil start. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. People are like, oh, he's too young.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I would rather start somebody young than rather start Ronaldo. You're the striker. There was a specific pass that was passed towards him. He's supposed to hit that one-time shot. I think it was like the 84th minute or something like that. One-time shot. He tried to control it. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not you. This is not you. A one-time shot. It's like, also, he tried to kick the free kick. I'm like, why are you taking free kicks? This is not you. Like, let the free kick go. I don't care what you do in training. You can't. I'm tired of this man. Just bench him. Let him come on at the 60th minute and put Rashford on the left, and Rashford could get some goals. That's what we're doing now. He comes on 60th minute. We are treating him like Griezmann. Come on at the 60th minute and call it day.
I'm not gonna say that's harsh. I'm not, because it's your expectation and it's fair. Just address this comment. Kyle says, Luis Diaz came into a settled Liverpool team. Sure, I understand, but if a player comes into a settled or unsettled team, he still needs to do his thing. And he did it really well, really quickly. He put fullbacks under a lot of pressure. I don't know about settled team thing, because players come into a settled teams and still fail.
He
Yeah.
benched Jota.
So
Jota got benched because of him, I believe.
yeah, Jota got benched straight away, and some people are saying they prefer Jota sometimes and what, but that's one of the things is Liverpool have a great selection now between Jota and Diaz. So yeah, that's that. Um, Cal says way easier to come into a team that is settled than one that is finding its feet. That is also a fair comment, 100% fair comment. So that's one of the reasons why we'll give Antony time. But I think because Antony has a relationship with the manager already, played under the manager, had success under the manager clearly trusts him. He has some players there who's already played with. He has Casemiro there who speaks the language. Dalot speaks the language. There's positives in that squad as well. He's not alone or anything. He clearly he loves the club, like KG would say. He loves the club, like Fabrizio would say. So yeah, I think he'll do well. He'll do well. More things were against Luis Diaz because he didn't know the manager and whatever. So yeah, that's that. Bushra says
Also
Ronaldo in the
about
mud.
Luis Diaz, that was a Ralph signing right there. They stole Ralph player again. Ralph wanted to sign Luis Diaz, and the board said no.
Yep, fair point. Fair point. Bushra, it's like whatever Ralph says, they go and do it. Bushra says Ronaldo in the mud, leave him benched and should remain at the club. Bushra, comment down below. Do you mean remain at the club for the rest of the season, or do you mean he should remain for another season, like an extension? What, like, if you want to give us a bit of clarity. Hamza, Arsenal fan, says Antony overrated, too much hype. Trust me, will tell. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I got to say to you. Get the hell out of here. Because you, man, your Pepe Perry sauce, what happened to him? Yeah. So leave us with our Joga Bonito, because he's the one that got called into Brazil, and all the Gabriels didn't. So hold that, because that man got fake Brazilian passport. Mine's the real deal. Even Richarlison got called, and I actually like Richarlison. Let's be honest, I do. And my Antony got called. So calm down with the Antony slander. It's too early. And hold your 3-1 as well. Hold your fucking 3-1. He scored against you. So I don't know what the hell are you talking about. No, what the fuck are you talking about? He scored against you. Busher says the spell won't go away without the CR7 magic. Bad streak will come. Fat Thor says, I hope Ronaldo just surrenders himself to Ten Hag and play the way his striker would do. Halle did. Forget the accolades. Have a good sing-song, swan song, and build a stable future for his family and CR Junior's career. The weird thing is, when he comes off the bench, he does great. It really does. So I think he should just hold that. But it's pride and ego that'll get in between all this, isn't it? But look, Rooney did. Rooney listened and did what he had to do just to remain in the squad. So yeah, he should too. But I come to Ronaldo anyways. Prince says, my opinion on CR7 is to hand over the captain band. Ooh, this is a big one. Hand over the captaincy band to him. Then we will all see the real CR7 as it is right now. He is going to end his career at United. Let's not forget what he did last season. Interesting. Busher says the rest of the season for sure he should stay. A continued run of seasons probably not if he doesn't have success. All the way for younger attack because they are willing to play Ten Hag ball. Prince made an interesting comment. He says, give Ronaldo the infinity gauntlet. Give him the power. Give him everything. And yeah, that's that, right? Oh yeah, he says, swear our boys didn't make Brazilian team. At least they get a rest. Really important, Jesus. So he is an Arsenal fan. That is established. I'll come on to him quickly. Hassano says CR7's time's up. He should leave. He's not good enough anymore. Lot of comments on CR7. A lot of big comments as well. People got a lot to say on Ronaldo. So yeah, whilst I'm giving my take, comment down below. Keep giving the takes. Listen, let me just tell you, I believe Arsenal fans have a a Telegram broadcast group chat of like 50,000 fans. That's what I believe, right? You lot, as a community, as a village, agreed that, oh, we need to go and tell other fans that our players need rest. No, shut up. Stop using that excuse. Whilst you're backing your players are in their house crying that they didn't get called for international duty. To a football player, professional, international duty is the biggest thing that they could have. Every single, not one player wouldn't want to play in the international squad. Not one. Everybody loves even when Wayne Rooney cussed out English fans, he loved playing for England. Everybody loves playing for their country. You can say that, but your players are crying and they want to be in that Brazilian squad, and they probably thinking, what the fuck? Super make Arteta because of you. That's what it is, right? Oh, and top of the league, and your players don't get called up for fucking international duty. Hold that. How about that? Top of the fucking league. Again, congratulations on winning the league in August. Congratulations on winning the league in September, going into October as top of the league. You guys are so shameless. You had to fucking trend this shit. Where, we're going to be top of the league until up to October. Well, yeah, keep counting your days because it's coming. We thumped you, and you're lucky you get a break now. You need a break because we thumped you real well. So, yeah, hold that. Spilling says, fast for real, you need to start a petition for Maguire. He doesn't deserve to be the captain at all. 100%. Give it to Varane. Can't go wrong with giving the captaincy to Varane. Let's be real. Let's all agree. Can't go wrong. I think Ronaldo would actually respect Varane as well. He will. He's won things with him. He knows he's a winner. He knows he's a great centre back. And can you fucking imagine coming to Carrington and saying yes cap to Harry Maguire? Can you fucking imagine?
They probably say it's to Bruno. Not to be fair.
I can't stand him. I can't
stand him. I still blame Maguire for the penalty.
Fata says players need to evolve as they get older, like Giggs, Scholes, etc. Did he, etc. He's a striker, so play like the way Ten Hag wants. Be a fox. I can't even read. Be a fox in the box. No need to come out and start play. Interesting. So just be a Haaland-esque. Stand there, wait for the ball, stay on side, tap the thing in. Simple as. Let everyone else do the job. Mikel Arteta loves us. Fred, Casemiro, Antony, our boys. Huh?
No, because y'all got called up.
Oh no, that's Bush. Bush replying. I couldn't even read. I was thinking, what? This guy? Yeah, I was thinking, what? Arsenal. People are cooking Arsenal in the chat. Fast smoking on the Arsenal. Yes, sir. Fatwa says Bruno's my captain and Varane is my vice captain. Interesting. That's an interesting one as well. Bruno's been doing captaincy stuff. I like it. I like the shit housery. I like running to the ref and making him think twice.
He's got captain experience too. He was captain.
Yeah, I like he's not shouting at Fred. I like he's not blaming someone else for his mistakes. So yeah, he's been doing good as well. And you know what? It makes sense for him to be the captain because he's going to be the longest player here. He's just had a shiny new contract. So yeah, that makes sense. Exactly. The Arsenal Tycoon on KG channel is legendary. Yeah. Anyways, let me give you my thoughts on Ronaldo once and for all. Firstly, I actually am this close to crying. I'm this close to being upset. Ronaldo is my way of finding happiness. Like, I genuinely love the guy so much. When I actually watch him, I feel upset. You man might laugh. This might be funny to some of you, but I actually feel upset. He doesn't deserve this. Let's be real. He doesn't deserve this. And we don't deserve this. As his fan, as Manchester United fan, we don't. Yesterday, I was on a Twitter space, and someone said, our conversation on Ronaldo, someone said, I've got rid of my ex-girlfriend. I've got a new one, Karim Benzema, who was, in essence, my side chick, but now he's the main chick. I quickly shut him down and said, do not ever he's a Real Madrid fan. I said, do not ever disrespect Ronaldo and say he was your girlfriend. He's your baby mother who gave you 5 children. And God knows how many other accolades and titles he gave you. I can't fucking lost count, right? So please have respect. But Real Madrid fans, some of them anyways, don't respect Ronaldo because obviously they let him go. And Real Madrid fans, we know how they are. They're ruthless with their play, absolutely ruthless. I don't know how they sometimes find energy for Hazard sometimes, but they are fucking ruthless. Varane gone, Casemiro gone, Ronaldo gone. Modric is his time is ticking because the Chouameni and Camavinga partnership is there now. So Modric's time is ticking. Don't fucking be surprised if we buy Modric for 60 million, 50 million.
Yo, bring me
Don't be
Lupita, bro.
surprised.
That's my goal midfielder.
Yeah, so they're ruthless, but they have to be because they're all about winning. They don't care. They absolutely do not care. But for me, Ronaldo in Manchester United, with the utmost respect, your time is done. Your time is done. You know, I have said he needs to stay, right? And I'm gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself, but I kind of am. He does need to stay. He does. He needs to go and he needs to stay. The reason why I say he needs to go because it doesn't work in the system. The reason why he needs to stay because we simply do not have any fucking body in that position to be a bench player. That's facts. Because Griggs's goal, Martial,
Bro, that is
has
not my goal.
glass.
Whoa. That's not my goal.
Well, some people's goat Martial has glass ankles and Achilles and calves and all sorts of things. Martial cannot stay fit to save his life. The man gets injured whilst warming up. And again, I'll remind you, he got injured against when Rashford made his debut. Remember, it was an injury as well, and injury again. So Ronaldo simply needs to stay just to make up numbers. I am not playing false nine. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not playing false nine. I'm not having Rashford up top every single game. I'm not doing Eriksen, Bruno, not doing none of that, please. So he needs to stay until January, until we can go spend 70, 80 million to go and get a forward. Go and get me an Ivan Tony. Go and get me Mitrovic. I don't fucking guess just get me anyone who can play the ball a little bit. He fucking falls over so much. It is so fucking frustrating. I'm sorry for cussing, but it absolutely frustrates the hell out of me. I play football. I'm a very physical forward. I play striker at times. I play midfielder at times. But if I'm playing up top, I am very physical. I'm gonna make your defender's life awkward. Ronaldo, he falls over. You touch him, he falls over, and I'm tired of it. He needs 7 touches before he decides to shoot the ball or pass or whatever. He thinks he's still got the chop in him. He doesn't. The only chop he's got is some lamb chops. He just needs to chill. He ain't got no chop. The free kicks, don't know what you're doing. Yes, you scored an immense free kick last season. Yes, you made Laurie look like a absolute dosser with them outside the box shooting. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what? Ronaldo will do that when he's 55 years old. He will, because that's Ronaldo and it's his physique. He's a freak of nature and he will. But that does not mean he deserves to stay in Manchester United. Ronaldo has done great things for us last season, even though we ended up 6th. He managed to give us loads of goals, loads of moments, but it does not mean he deserves to stay in this club. Detach facts, emotions, any connection, and just think in an objective manner. Think Ten Hag. When you think Ronaldo, think Ten Hag first. Don't think numbers. Don't think last season. Don't think accolades. Don't think Cristiano Ronaldo. Take Ronaldo, the name, out. Take Ronaldo, the name, out. Just look at him as a player. Just as a player and Ten Hag. Ten Hag and this person doesn't work. Works if you hold bench. If he's willing to do that, stay. If we can go 1 or 2 up in games and we need legs in there, stay. Because guess what he did? Because of him was one of the goals that we scored against Arsenal. It was because of him and his pressing. He made the defender make a mistake, and there you have it. So, Ronaldo, with the utmost respect and love, I feel upset when you play and start. I fucking do. As much as I love to watch you, when you score, you'll do the Sue, whatever, but it ain't it. And last night, specifically and especially, he didn't look hungry. I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't look hungry. He looks like a player who's there to motivate players. He's going to do that. He's a leader. He did that in Portugal when the man had Band-Aid wrapped around his knee. when he had ice packs wrapped around him. He was pushing the manager. He was motivating the players. That's Ronaldo. That's the play. That's the man he is. He will always motivate players. That doesn't mean he deserves to play for Manchester United. He will always score goals. That doesn't mean he deserves to play for Manchester United. It doesn't. And the performance speaks for itself. Against Southampton, clear chance in the dying stages of the game, too slow. Yesterday, too slow at times. Doesn't shoot first time. Don't know what he's doing. Sometimes we scheme, just fucking hoof the ball. Just make the keeper make a save. No, he doesn't. He needs a touch or two. His passing is okay. Defensively, sometimes he does well, sometimes he doesn't. But he had a limp. I don't know if you saw. Please, someone tell me if he had a limp. Reports are saying, word is saying, he's actually gone to the hospital, gone to the doctors after the game. He didn't go home. Don't know what's going on with that knee. He did collapse in previous game. A few games ago, he did collapse with that famous green kit of ours. Ronaldo, I'm sorry. Hold bench for the season. Keep it warm. And that's it. And thank you very much. I hope we can win a little trophy with you. I really fucking do whilst you stay, if you do end up staying past January. But that's it. That's all I can say. Griggs, take it away, man. Put the nail in the coffin.
For sure. See, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Before you do, let me just read the comments. Actually,
Yeah.
I forgot. I forgot. Attis, as far as why are you coming after me? I'm not Igal. I'm closer to north side London. But more extreme. I hate Arteta, but can't wait for him to be sacked with Vinay, Edu. Vinay is all right. Edu, Mertesacker, Richard, and Garlic. Look, north side London is so logical. So logical is scary. How is an Arsenal fan so logical? I don't fucking understand. So yeah, big up to yourself anyways. But for the other Arsenal listeners, Hamza especially, some con for him. But yeah, you're always welcome. Logic is always welcome here. And big up Northside is too scary logical for an Arsenal fan. But you know what? Vinay and Edu, I like them because Edu fucking backed this manager through thick and thin. Gave him a fucking contract. Gave him a fucking contract in the most awkward time. And he's, Arteta's won 5 out of 5, but you might have your thoughts on Arteta anyways. Let's go to, what is it? Gungo, I think that's how you pronounce. Gunjo says Icardi, Mertens, Mata, Oliveira, Lucas, Galatasaray. I think he's just picking up his team. I think he's just picking up his team. Remember Alfonso Davis' comments on Maguire captaincy with CR7, says Muhammad Ali. Yeah, you're right. Fatos says, it's such a pity Martial is like Samuel Jackson in Unbreakable. He appears to be good fit for Ten Hag, but he always out when he goes in time. True. I would like us to go for Osimhen at Napoli. Those are the type of players we needed. Is that hungry? That is hungry. Arteta loves Arsenal, says you got that wrong, fam. I don't back anything currently in the club. Arteta doing more likely to see me badmouth Arsenal than praise because they're doing nothing to praise. Oh, okay. Ali says we won't score more than 50 goals this season, but concede way less than previous season. That's an interesting comment as well. Great breakdown. Thank you very much. Spilling says, y'all underestimate Ten Hag. I'm a PSV Eindhoven fan. Oh, big up. Ten Hag only sleeps for 3-4 hours per day. When he's awake, he's analyzing everything from every team. Stop disrespecting the man. I don't think we disrespected Ten Hag. I do apologize if you thought we disrespected Ten Hag, but I don't think at any moment I wanted to disrespect him or have disrespected him. I actually think he's the best manager right now in the world. Actually, I tell you, I think Don Carlo is. Let's be real. I think Don Carlo is the best manager in the world, but Ten Hag is up there. I'm very happy with Ten Hag. Spilling says, did y'all guys know Ten Hag went on a holiday with Frankie de Jong and talked for hours about football and about him moving to Manchester? Trust me, he's coming when Manchester is back on top. No, don't want him.
Simping. I don't want to hear no Frankie, no
I don't want
Barca. Just I don't care about Barcelona.
I don't care about Frankie de Jong. He could have come. Fucked 17 million. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I understand. But it is what it is. If you wanted to play die-hard Man United football, you would have come. And it's a tough shit situation on both aspects. He needs the money. But it's weird. It shows that he's all about money because he wants the money. But then he also says he's a man of dignity because he wants his money. What would you do if someone owed you $100? You'd fucking want it, not right? You don't fucking care. It's $100. It's money that you've worked for. So it's a mixed one.
But
As a fan, I
he
think he
had a
shouldn't
pay
come.
cut.
But as a business, from a business and logical perspective, I think he should come because he will do great things for us. He's a great player, a superstar midfielder. So yeah, it's a mixed emotion with him. I think when he comes, I'll be happy because he's here. But until then, I'm a bit like, you know what? Just move on. I can't be asked with another saga. But we'll see what happens.
Did he take a pay cut even though he wants his money?
Yeah, he had to because I don't want to explain this, but for the people who don't actually understand Barca's situation with Frankie, his original wage after the season had ended last season went up to 680, 660 per week. He had to bring it down so that after they top up his wages, he can have, he can qualify for FFP. Does that make sense now?
Okay.
So his wages was four something. When you add the other money that he's owed, it goes up to six something. So he's had to
Okay.
lower his wages so they can top up his wage from the money that he's owed monthly or weekly, whatever, and then he qualifies for FFP. So he had to take a wage cut if he wanted his 17 million. If he wanted his 17 million without taking a wage cut, Barca would have had to let Depay go, probably another 2-3 players go. So yeah, that's how that is. Okay.
First of all, Cristiano Ronaldo, me Dolo, my favorite player of all time, the man that made me fall in love with Manchester United, football in general. Like you said, Fast, it's heartbreaking seeing like your favorite player of all time, or one of your favorites of all time, just like play like this. But bro, this guy is so sad. I made a TikTok of this yesterday. I don't know if you know basketball, but Udonis Haslem on the Miami Heat.
I saw.
Yeah, bro, that's what Ronaldo needs to be, man. Just a bench warmer. And he comes on like the 20, 30-minute cameos. Obviously, that doesn't relate with basketball. But, bro, this guy is just, as a starter, like, I hate that we're doing this, but as a starter, I think our goal differential is like 6-0. Like, as a starter, he's just not, no offense to him. His legs are done. In fairness to him, he has a degenerative knee from like 2014 when he injured it and he went to the World Cup with Portugal and ended up struggling when he delayed surgery. That obviously has cost him. That's why his dribbling stopped so early in his career. Otherwise, it would have just stopped. So that's in fairness to him. For me, his body doesn't react with his brain. Like he thinks of things, but his knees just don't react in time. And it's not even his fault, bro. Father Time is undefeated. Father Time catches up to everyone except maybe Tom Brady because that guy's 45 and still slinging that rock in the NFL. But Ronaldo, it caught up to him, and it's sad because he's also the most stubborn person on the universe. He thinks he's still the greatest of all time. He thinks he's still the best player in the world, which he has earned the right to be that confident in himself because he is one of the best players of all time, if not the best. So I get that. But my guy, at United, it's finished. You can't. You could press sometimes. Obviously, when you come off the bench, it's easier to press because you're you have energy. But when he starts, he'll press the first 20 minutes, and after that, it's finished. He limps around after the 20th minute because his knees can't play 90 minutes. I don't know. That's why I understand why Ten Hag kept him off for that long yesterday. It's clear that this guy's knees cannot handle that pressure. We saw the Southampton game. 2 minutes into the game, his knees buckled. His knees just finished. And like you said, the 5 touches. He's trying to do Ronaldo chop. Like it's FIFA, bro. You can't do the Ronaldo chop no more. It's over. It's not 2007. 2007, you were the best player in the world. But that's why fans need to understand this. Ronaldo, it's not criticism of it. It's just that he's old. And it happens to everyone. It will defeat you. All right, first of all, with the City thing, he would have gone City if we hadn't come in. Let's just talk about that real quick. There's a phone call. There's an audio of him saying it's between City and Man United. So he would have gone City if it wasn't for United coming in last minute. So let's not talk about that. United only went in for him because he flirted with Man City because United rejected him May of that summer because Mendes offers him to every single club in Europe. And also with Ronaldo, my God, we twerked around for every European club this summer. Fenerbahce, Napoli, Sporting. You say you were
network issues. He ain't fucking twerk for no one. That was ITK. I don't believe in it.
Bro, it's not ITK, bro. It's not ITK, bro. George, we all know how George Mendes works. He offered him to every club. Maybe not Fenerbahce, but he offered
Barcelona,
him to
Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Sporting, Napoli, Milan, Inter, Marseille. Who else?
PSG.
Lyon,
He probably went to
PSG. Fucking every single European club that we could fucking possibly connect him to. Ajax.
Like, he said all that, and then yesterday he played in Europa League, and he was the worst player on that pitch for us, honestly. Other than maybe like a Maguire. Like, bro, it's just not. It's over.
But
It's
what
like, it's
about the
over.
second part of this comment? What about the second part?
I'm never okay. First of all, for me, he doesn't love United. He loves Sir Alex Ferguson. That's what I think, honestly, because he owes a lot to Sir Alex Ferguson. Because Sir Alex Ferguson ended up making him a Ballon d'Or winner, so he owes that respect. He loves Sir Alex Ferguson. For me, he never really loved United. I don't think he's ever loved a club that's maybe not named Sporting, because that's his mother's club, and his mother is the most important person in the world for him. I don't think he even loves Madrid like that. That was his boyhood club, and he wanted to achieve that, but he don't love them like that. Just like the fans booed him. Like they're like you said, fans are ruthless. For me, he never loved United. He has respect for us, just like he has respect for every club he's played for. So he respects us, and I get. Like, I'm not saying like that. I hate that he's here, but for me, it's just like I don't think we should have signed him in the first place. To be honest, it was a panic decision, and panic buys usually never work out in the end. And for me, he was a panic buy, and not that I'm saying that always a top manager, but it kind of ruined a little bit what we were building. Because United went for the kill when we weren't ready to go for the kill yet. I don't think we were ready for that scenario. And Ronaldo brings the one thing I'll give him credit for is that he brought expectations, and it like made the club grow up a little bit. So I always give him props for that. But it's just for me, like, he's a legend of the football club. He always be. But there's also United fans that say that he's our greatest ever player. He's not our greatest ever player. That honor belongs to Wayne Rooney. That's our greatest ever player. Ronaldo is just the best ever player to wear the United jersey. He's obviously the top 2 player of all time.
I agree. I agree with that state. I have to.
It's just like, bro, we didn't get prime Ronaldo. Real Madrid got the prime Ronaldo. We got the baby demon version of him. They got the finished article. We got like a part of the finished article.
We got all of Rooney.
Yeah, we got all of Wayne Rooney. He's our all-time leading goal scorer. He came to us when he was like 18, and he played here until he was like 32. Like, that is our greatest ever player. He was our captain. Everything. Ronaldo is just that. It's like it's sad. I get why people are so attached to him, because like me, he made you fall in love with the football club and my generation. I get that. And when he came to us, bro, my dad had to yell at me because I woke up the whole house because I started screaming. I woke up to see him come to Man United. I have his jersey. I have the posters. Bro, I cried when he came back. I almost cried when he went to go Man City. I turned on him. I called him a snake because I felt like my idol betrayed me. He's my footballing idol, so I get that. And that's why I had to detach myself to him, and that's why I wish he never came.
It's like, imagine Frankie goes to Man City now, boy.
Yeah, bro, it's even worse. Bro, it's like if when he went to Man City, that's what it felt like with Ronaldo. Because I love him so much, and that's why I never want him to come back at this pitch during his career, because it sucks seeing your footballing idol play like this crap. I wanted him to stay at Juve so I could just admire him from a distance and like be oblivious to him being crap. But I can't be oblivious to him being crap at Man United because it's also the club I support, and I always back the club over Ronaldo. And it just sucks seeing him play this bad. And this, you think I like dissing Ronaldo? Absolutely not. Because when that Spurs game, when he scored that hat trick, asked my best friend who was like at the event with me that went to watch that game, bro. No one yelled louder when Ronaldo scored. And seeing him score goals brings me so happiness. I do the freaking suit with him, even when I'm dissing him. If he scored, I have a smile on my face, bro. Like, it sucks, but it's just the point where he's more of a net negative to United than he's a net positive. And I don't like having net negatives at the club. His presence will always be welcome at the club, but it's gotten to the point, like his leadership, he's always a leader. People say that he's not a leader. He is a leader. Because that Portugal clip where he talked, he coached that team from the sideline. Fernando Santos wasn't doing no coaching. It was all Ronaldo and his speeches, just like a Pogba did for France in that World Cup before the game against Argentina, where you have that clip. They're leaders. Ronaldo's a leader, and he exposed some of the frauds at the club, like Harry Maguire, that said that they felt threatened by Ronaldo. You should be bowing down to him in a way, because like his aura is like, you should be proud to be part of an aura like of that great. And I wish that the club kind of went with him for that, but it's also the fact that I think with Ten Hag wanted him at first, but Ten Hag also realized that we just need a young player. For Ronaldo, I hope he accepts it. If he accepts the bench role, then fair enough, man. Go do, like you said, win that trophy at the end of the year, and have Ronaldo lift it as a sayonara. And then next year when you go play for like a Sporting, maybe if you go back there, I'll gladly support you. Just like this winter for Portugal, if Portugal win the World Cup, other than Portuguese people, I'll be the happiest, because I want seeing him lift that World Cup and bring like such happiness to my face and everything. But it's just gotten to the point, bro. Like, he just the negatives outweigh the positives, and as a starter for me at the top level, he's finished, and it sucks to see, because the one thing I always say about legends of the game, For me, they should always go out on top instead of going out like this, because the stubbornness will always be their downfall. And Ronaldo's stubbornness will eventually be his downfall if he doesn't recognize that he's just not that guy anymore. And I think this summer should have been a wake up call to him. No club wanted you, bro. Like no club wanted you. So it is what it is, man.
Right. I've just put up a poll for the community. So if you're watching, you're gonna see a poll. What should Ronaldo do? Should he stay at Man United and retire here? Should he retire fully? Or should he go elsewhere? So yeah, have a vote. Let's see what the people say. You've heard from me about Ronaldo. You've heard from Greg's. A lot of people saying different things. Spilling says Ten Hag made sure Ronaldo didn't release his interview. Interesting.
Sure.
I agree. I think that might be the case. AMG says, big up AMG says he should have gone on tour. Now he's paying the price. Don't think how much big of a difference that makes. I really don't think so. But okay, I get you. Fatah says Cantona is the king. The man lifted our club to the pinnacle, just like his collar. Ronaldo is our prince. Great way of putting it. AMG says stay and retire, but he has to understand he's 38, not 23. He's not 38, he's 37. But anyways, that doesn't matter. He's still the same. Still very old. He's 37, no?
Yeah, he's turned 38 in February.
Casemiro's 37. And Casemiro's aging like fine wine. So
Modric, you mean?
Not Casemiro, Modric, yeah. Sorry.
He just turned 37 today.
Modric is 37, and he's aging like fine wine. So players can do it. Ibrahimovic is 41 too, if I'm not mistaken. The man
he barely plays now, though. He barely plays now.
Exactly.
He's a cheerleader. That guy's a cheerleader for Milan.
Thank you. And it works. It works well because everybody loves him for that role, and they don't mind him lifting the trophy as well and having a cigar and whatnot, doing all
Bro, if we win a Europa League this year, you think I want to see Bruno Harry Maguire lift that trophy? Absolutely not. Let Ronaldo lift it. Like Wayne Rooney did for us in 2017. Let him do it.
Yeah, 100%. And Zlatan, going against everything his doctors might say, is extracting vibranium juice from his knee and re-injecting that shit. He's doing some blood spinning cycle, whatever it is, and re-spinning it and injecting it back into his knee and still giving his bit to the club. But he has accepted that he won't play every game, as you've said, and he hasn't been. Let's quickly touch on Garnacho. Before that, thank you very much. How do I say it? Kastov. I think, yeah, Kastov. Thank you very much for the contribution. I think you were trying to maybe make a comment. So, yeah, go ahead and make your comment. I'll still read it out. Sometimes I've done that when I'm trying to give a super chat to someone. I've actually sent a super chat, but I've not actually typed anything. So, yeah, big up for that as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's quickly touch on Garnacho before I put the nail on the coffin for Sancho.
I think I might be worse than you. I might cook Sancho more than you, you know.
Right. Listen, Garnacho, for me, I like him. His touch on the ball is really, really, really clean. Really clean. He's confident, which I really enjoy about him. He's confident. He has this, I don't know the perfect word, if someone can help me, but this confidence /
arrogance,
swagger. That's the word.
Swagger.
He's got a bit of swagger about him. Obviously, I'm watching him pitch side, warm up. He's looking at the game, doing his little warm up. Comes on, he's chilled. Doesn't matter who is in front of him. He'll try and beat the man, and he'll attack the player. He'll try and attack the box. And you know what I like about him? He's direct with a bit of stop start as well. You know, it's weird. He's got a little bit of both. He's young. He needs to develop physically. I think, what is he, 19? 18? 18. Physically, he'll grow. What was that? Almost, sorry.
I was agreeing that he was 18.
18, yeah. He'll grow physically, height, whatever. He'll fill up. I think I'll give him 3 to 4 years into the squad. No problem for me. I'm happy with him. He's showing me signs that he can do certain things on the ball. And yeah, that's my thing with Garnacho, really. I saw him obviously in the FA Youth Cup and he was bossing it. But people forget bossing FA Youth Cup and youth games and academy games to first team games are totally different fucking thing. I think there's a loan that needs to happen eventually. Ideally, I think that a loan is good for him. And I really want Ten Hag to loan him on a particular plan, meaning he wants the player to develop in a certain way. I don't want Man United to just loan the player into random club and expect, because we're making this mistake with Ahmad and it's fucking going around in a vicious cycle. So I
It's
don't want
mad
that.
annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying. Exactly. 40 million. It's annoying. Um, it's a lot of expectations from Ahmad, but again, very young. Let him do a bit. We'll see what happens. But Garnacho yesterday when he came on, he did a little bit. Didn't look like he's gonna beat a man. Let's be honest. Didn't look like he's actually gonna go and score, go and do something. It was just okay. I mean, a little bit of performance, I guess. Should have come on earlier. McTominay should have come on, in my humble opinion. McTominay should have come on. Um, I think we had one sub left that we ended up making. Who was it? The last sub was it
McNeil,
McNeil?
Charlie.
Instead of McNeil, I think it should have been McTominay to try and get something off the game. But I think Ten Hag is just giving some of these boys a bit of run out. Really, that's all I can say on Garnacho. We'll just wait and see. I think I'll watch him more on the under 18s and under 23s to see how he develops. But for now, couple of games here and there. It's fine. That's me. Go on, Griggs.
Garnacho, that's my boy. Like you said, I watched the FA Youth Cup. That guy is just so swag. Like this kid had Argentina and Spain fight for him to get his nationality. That's how good he is. And Argentina won the battle. And there was a tournament over the summer where top youth players played, and he made that team of the tournament. So he is that good. He just needs to work a little. He needs to obviously develop, and he needs to add a little more variation to his game because he's still at the youth level works, but in the top level he's very predictable. You kind of know what he'll do. So he needs to add a little more unpredictability to his game as a winger. For me, as a winger, you always need to be unpredictable. The opposition cannot know what you do. Like Usman Dembele, for example, he'll either pause or he'll go at you. La pausa, as people say. So Garnacho needs to go, but he's got confidence. He's direct, which everyone loves in a winger. That because you'll see when I cook a certain someone later, what I tell about aggressiveness and direct and being direct. And he loves it, and I love that. And like you said, I think a championship loan would do well for him to help him mature into his body because he's so young. Otherwise, I think he's gonna be a top talent. There's a reason why Real Madrid and clubs like that will become calling for him soon if we don't eventually give him like a starter, like a role in the team. Who knows what will happen in the future? But for me, he's a top talent, and United need to make sure that they prioritize his development in terms of the forwards and other youth players as well who didn't get to play, but hopefully they play against next week, aka Kobe Mainu, for example.
Okay. Okay. Arteta loves Arsenal says Garnacho is solid. I think that's what you mean. Loan him. Hassano, big up, says Garnacho is very talented. Ten Hag needs to give him playing time. He will be better than Sancho. Woo!
Uncomfortable conversations.
Woo! Sancho, I'm coming. Sancho's on my TV screen right now. Boy, am I coming for Sancho?
I wonder who's gonna be more ruthless, me or you. I genuinely wonder.
I'm gonna come for Sancho. Fator says he's a star. No, I think you're gonna be more harsh because you just like to fucking listen. Some of the players, all I'm saying is there might be an inside connection. I'm just saying. I'm still so critical, even though I have a little bit of connection here and there.
I'm not with me. I'm not mean to them. I'm being honest in my
You're not mean. Not mean.
No, I mean like I'm not saying any, no, I'm not saying anything like I'm not saying anything disrespectful. I'm just being like honest on what I see.
Fair. But you are mean. I mean, there's a difference between mean, bullying, being and whatever. But you're mean. You're real. Yeah. But then I'm mean. Let's be real. I'm mean. But you and Cam, Statman Cam, you guys are fucking mean. You guys are mean, man. If I was a player, I'd fucking hate you two. Anyways, Fator says he's a star in the making. In the near future, I would like to see him at left wing, Antony at right wing, and both play side by side with a proper striker, Sancho and Rashford. Set up. Interesting. My God says, hi, I'm in. Welcome. What else is there? Fator says, what time is this over? Around 2 a.m. surely. It's super early. Big up fast for doing this. Yeah, we be kicking it. We just kicking it. We talk. The stream can go on for 2-3 hours. No problem for me. Listen. I think there's a talent in there. I think we'll see in a few years' time. It's just too early. Omo, you want to say anything on Garnacho?
Garnacho does what Anti-How wants Elanga to do, like constantly go at the player. As in, Elanga does it, but the end product is not there. Garnacho also does it as well. They both just
Hmm.
go at the player constantly, just constantly run at them.
Okay.
Garnacho is more
Okay.
of a goal threat. I'll give him, but that's because he's got better shooting technique on him. He's got more.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Elanga's
He's a
more
better
like,
ball striker.
but he's not a his last touch is just not there.
Hmm.
I can actually like is constantly pushing that left back, that right back all the way back. Just like I'm here all day. You're gonna run pretty much.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. I guess there's not much to say. Who else was on the subs? It was McNeil. Um.
No,
Who else?
it's Licha.
Licho, we're
Martinez,
not like.
Bro, we
Listen.
just like he's just quality. That's what he is, bro. Like, that
Yeah,
guy's
he's
just
just
elite.
he's just
He's just
quality.
elite. Yeah.
There's nothing to say about Licho, man. He's one of the best
All I'm
centre backs
saying,
in the
bro.
fucking world.
No, I'm not gonna say, bro.
he's the best center back in the world. Like
I'm not,
I'm not now. I'm gonna say like he's the best center back in the world now. I'm like he does everything right.
I've never seen a center back. I've seen a few center. I Man United. Other than maybe Rio, I have never seen a center back this good on the ball. His like every time he makes a pass, I am confident it'll go to one of our players. Like I am super confident.
I don't know why people tell me I'm fucking chatting shit and laughing
Oh,
at me.
he is.
Also, you know that
he's
the moment he
elite.
comes in, the moment like minute one, he said the attacker, quick foul, just get it out the way. Just get that foul out the way, just to let him know it's not gonna be easy.
Bro,
Quick
he's
foul,
literally.
let me just foul you real quick, just to let you know it's not gonna be easy.
What's crazy
No, listen.
is he's a baby version of Rio and Vidic combined. It's just he's 5'9". That's basically it.
There's not much to say with Martinez other than he's one of the best centre backs in the fucking world right now for the money that we paid. If Harry Maguire is 80 million, this man is worth 130.
Not
So
that
technically,
has.
we got him for half price. The man does every fucking thing amazing for his height. He shuts up people. He'll get found out, whatever. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, Paz, I forgot to tell you, Baye played 90 minutes. He
I
played
know.
90 minutes. I'm just gonna put that
I
out there.
know.
It was good.
I know he played
watched
90
that
minutes.
game.
I know
It
he
was
got a
good.
yellow card as well.
He played 90 minutes. That's all you need to know. He played 90 minutes. Wasn't injured. He played 90 minutes. That's all I'm gonna say.
all I'm telling you is Baye's gonna get taken by Marseille. They're not gonna risk letting a player like that go. They understand him, they value him. They've clearly loaned him for a reason. They needed a player like him as well, actually. So yeah, we're fucked. Baye's gone unless we somehow manage to rip up that paper. If the Glazers find it in them to forget the comments that he's made.
Fax machine.
Yeah, the fax machine settings. But yeah, it is what it is. Sancho.
My child.
Let's talk about the main man, one of the main man in Manchester United, Jadon Sancho. For me, I'm on fraud watch. I'm on fraud watch with Jadon Sancho. It ain't cutting it. Absolutely not cutting it. His performance has been lackluster, has been average, sometimes below average. Numbers can tell you a lot of things, good and bad. But if that was the case, ladies and gentlemen, don't watch football. Go and just look at the numbers, and that will tell you how a player is. Right? Don't look at the game. Watch the numbers. Attackingly, his positioning is good. I can't fault him for that. His position is good. He tucks in, finds the space, puts the ball in the back of the net. He tucks in, links up with the players, doesn't want to, gets the player to overlap. Good, no problem. But there is a huge difference. And I do not know why. I keep asking people to do it again and again and again. Go and watch him in Dortmund, please. I beg you, go and watch him in Dortmund because I know some of you haven't. Please go and watch him in Dortmund. Please, I am begging you. Go to Amazon Prime, and this is not Amazon Prime sponsored. I fucking wish it was, but go to Amazon Prime, do whatever you need to do, and watch inside Borussia Dortmund. Please. That's the level of fucking detail I've gone to. Look at his physique. Look at the way he plays. Look at the way he trains. It's different to here. And I hope Ten Hag can bring that out of him. Bring that Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho used to just glide past players. And I'm not asking him to do Joga Bonito. I'm not. But he used to be able to glide past players, leave players for dust. This stop-start economical football that he's trying to play, like a hybrid car, stop-start, it's not working. And he used to do it. The maddest thing is, last season, obviously he started slow, whatever. But throughout some bits of the season, he was doing okay. He was able to beat a man. Now I don't know. He can't beat a man, and we need wingers or forwards to be able to beat a man. If you can't, then be direct. Simple. Take the ball, kick it out, run at it, put the ball in. Simple. Off the ball runs, good, no problem with that. Defensively, dire fucking bollical. Dire fucking bollical. Unfucking acceptable. Unacceptable. 350 fucking thousand pound unacceptable. 25% less. Don't know what it is, but I'm guessing 300. Let's just call it 300, 280,000 unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Lazy, whatever you want. Lazy is a very strong word. It makes players think they're lazy, but they're not because they train it, whatever. But desire. Not enough freaking desire. I know Omo's going to say a lot of things, but I hope Omo has seen the breakdown that I did on Sancho. I made a little video on Sancho on my YouTube channel showing you exactly against the Liverpool game when he is absolutely out of the game. He is not in the game whatsoever. 9 Manchester United players have turned around. This is the Rashford goal. 9 Manchester United players have turned around, running at the opposition goal. Sancho takes 4 steps back towards the goal. It is not a Ten Hag instruction. Don't give me that because I'm not fucking taking it. If 9 players are going forward, how come Sancho's the only person told to fucking go backwards? No. Absolutely not. He fades. 60th minute fades. He cannot play 90 minutes. Can't play 90 minutes. He's not. I don't know what you want to say. Match fit now? Now you want to mention the word match fit? Why isn't match fit being involved? He was on preseason. Why can he not stay 90 minutes? Imagine cup runs when we might need him 120 minutes. Griggs laughed. Imagine then, where's the word match fit? This is exactly the reason why I don't like using the word match fit or the words match fit. I don't. Because players are always match fit, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reason why they fucking train, so they can be match fit. It's not that you play a match and be fit. No, I don't believe in that. You train so then you can go and have a match, a good match. What it might be is just getting used to a game, getting the minutes in, feeling the moment of being in a game is different than in training. I get that. But that's not really match fitness. Fitness is run up and down. And Ten Hag keeps going, do the basics well, do the basics well, do the basics well. Every single player match that's coming for Erik Ten Hag runs. They fucking run. Running is an understatement. Reason why Guardado is still in the fucking team. Because he fucking runs. Legs. Jesus, legs. These men have legs. Dembele, when he's not injured, legs. Antony, legs. Run, blood. I don't fucking run. Smash someone for fuck's sake. 50-50 challenge last night. The lad let it go. Why? Why are you scared? Similar like Lindesoft. Just why? Smash into fucking someone. Do something. Man. What can I say? That's pretty much it. He's not the tallest kid, so he's not going to jump the highest. He's not the fastest kid. But man, I don't know with him. Does he want to come in deeper into the pitch and then carry the ball forward? I don't know. But this stop-start thing, sometimes it works and a lot of time it doesn't work. So, man, I don't know with Sancho. It's not working. I paid a lot of money, a lot of wages. Sad boy. Saka's on 120 a week, 160 a week, if I'm not mistaken. And he's on the same agency, by the way. They're represented by the same agents. And this kid is on 300 odd. If we make Champions League, he's straight back on 350. Shirt signing, if you call me now, if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, what is it other than a shit signing? And Sancho is not a Ten Hag signing as well. Let's get that fucking straight. Let's get that absolutely fucking straight. But people say Sancho is the exact player that will flourish under Ten Hag. Well, you all know I don't like the word unlocking, because these are not mystery boxes. These are football players. We're not unlocking the shit here. They should be able to play football. They're professional athletes. If I ask you to play a certain way, you should already be able to play at least a decent level. You're a professional footballer. But he's not cutting it. At least do something defensively. At least then I can back you. I can say, you know what? Nah, it's okay. The attacking side will come because it's natural. He's putting a shifting in defensively, but he doesn't. He covers the distance and he just 50-50. He lets the player go past him. He covers the distance. He's there to show face. Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm defending. I've come back. But that's it. That's it. There's no hunger, no desire to go running in, smashing someone, taking the ball, carrying it. None of that. Imagine if we could carry the ball a bit past 2-3 players. Imagine that. How much difference that would make. Doesn't have a left foot as well, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, like Antony does. Doesn't. Antony can shoot the ball, rocket launch it, no problem. Does he have a right foot? I don't think so as well. Griggs will tell you more, but I don't think so. Before I come on to Griggs, let me read some comments and then we'll come to Omo. Let's see. Muhammad Ali says, can't talk about later the butcher. Notice how fans didn't turn on him for that penalty. Absolutely no problem with that penalty. It happens. And that penalty was a bullshit anyways. I don't want to talk about that VAR shit. But look, it's not like Ferdinand never gave away a penalty. It's not like Vidic never gave away a penalty. And they were one of the best centre-backs in the world in their prime, if not the best centre-back partnership in the world. So yeah, it happens. You take the good with the bad. Maguire is not worth 80 million. He's a disgrace. He's a cheat. Fatah says. Harsha says, think Bailly has gone last year itself when he declared himself fit to play. He also says, Sancho slowed the game down massively in the last 2 games. Man never tried to get past the defender. I don't mind slowing the game down when we're up. Let's be real. When we're up, it's cool. If you're slowing the game down as well, you better be able to beat a man. There's no point slowing the game down if you're only going to go backwards. Again, backwards. Slow the game down, wait for the overlap, ping the ball in the overlap, tuck in, have a shot. But he can't have a shot from outside the box as well. So what we are expecting? Heung-min Son, who plays on the left side, can fucking shoot the ball from outside the box, no fucking problem. Can run in past, can beat a man, no problem. That's Heung-min Son, by the way. 20. How old is Heung-min Son? 30 years old? 29 years old?
30.
Sancho's young, 22, 23. Sure, give him another year. Again, he's had time in the Premier League. He needs to start showing something. That's all I'm saying. Luis Diaz. That's all I got to say. Luis Diaz. Sancho is a young, talented player, but very lazy. He can't even do simple running. He should be ashamed, earning $350 a week and doing nothing. Don't like using the word lazy because people just tell me fast. You're just attacking players, negative FC. But there you have it. People think the same. Sancho, $350 a week. My sign of his downfall, underperforming and playing at United. He ran more and faster in Dortmund. Way more. Do that in Dortmund, they'll fucking rip up your contract. Dortmund don't fucking care. They're ruthless. He's not taking on his man. He's not direct. He's slowing down for the attack with his predictable cutback and stopping the ball to do leg shake. I'm disappointed with his mentality. He's trying to do that Antony shit. Spilling says, don't forget, guys, the Europa League ball is a heavy ball. That's where the passes were bad against Sociedad. The Premier League ball is lighter. I actually agree. The Europa League ball is a slightly different to the Premier League ball, but you're a professional player. Let's be serious. Remember that Jubilani ball that people were going crazy over with the free kicks and shit? Yeah. That was funny. George says, good day, Fast. Thank you very much. Says, Ten Hag hasn't had the biggest task yet, getting rid of the new deadwood. Maguire, Shaw, Ronaldo, Bissaka. Ronaldo will leave in January. It's not 2012 anymore that we can rely on him to carry us. I agree. I'd rather play Garnacho ahead of Sancho at this point, says Fator. Says the kid has got more guts. Interesting. Flex says we should have really got Hakpo. Nah, chill, man.
Hakpo hype.
Sheshko over Hakpo. I'll tell you that now. No, about this Hakpo shit. The guy missed. Did he not miss a penalty or a sitter?
He did both.
Listen, on your actually he did. On your biggest game, when we're watching as well, all Man United fans tuned in because you were linked with us. You should have fucking showed us what you're about. And it matters. Big games matter to me a lot more than small games. A lot more. Shesko did fucking amazing against Liverpool. Fucking sat some players down. So yeah. Varane high five rise. High rise. Son having a stinky season though. Yeah, sure. Richarlison come in and give him run for his money. So it's a fair point. It's a fair point. But I rate Son quite a bit. If Son came to Manchester United 3 seasons ago, he'd fucking kill it. He would annihilate this fucking league. I'm telling you, if Son comes in to Erik Ten Hag ball, I think he does well as well. I swear to God. I really rate Son. Maybe too much. Fat Toss says, I don't get this unlocking rubbish. I don't either. Our great United team of the past were full of warriors. Schmeichel, Parker, Bruce, Pally, Irwin, Hughes, who unlocked two. Yeah, there's loads of names. Sancho is off and on, says Prince. I agree. I don't know what it is wrong with him. He's not the Sancho I know. Adosh. Hassano says the downfall of Ole came from Sancho, Maguire, Bissaka, and CSM. Can you imagine, yeah? Sancho walking into Carrington. What up, Cap? Harry Maguire. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? Weird theory. Get rid of Harry Maguire. You start seeing Sancho perform. I don't know why. I just want this guy gone. Hakpo is trash. I'm a PSV fan. Ever since the clubs are watching him, he showed nothing. Hey, PSV fan. Hakpo is a Pompey level striker. Right. Omo. Back your boy.
My child has been disappointing me lately. I don't know why. What he does at Dortmund, he hasn't done none of it so far. Like in Dortmund, he's more like a creator. He's more of a creator, and he's not even doing that here. He used to take player on and pass the ball immediately. You take two players on, you pass the ball immediately because that person is automatically open. But now he just stop. The stop. I don't like that. I don't like the stop thing. Just do what you did at Dortmund. That's what I wanted. In Dortmund, he drew past two player, pass to Hakimi. Drew past two player, crossing
three at times, by the way. Sometimes he'd go past 3-4 players, no problem, through the midfield.
Or just like do that, release the ball. There's somebody else, because right now you took people out the game. Two people out the game already. You could just move on. But no, he want to stop. The defense settles in. I'm like, bro, my child, this is not you. Why? Where did you learn this from? They don't need to stop and you're letting the defense settle. You're saying like, okay, back then when we played Ole, nobody was in the box. Still cross the ball into the box. Still do what you were doing at Dortmund. He's doing none of it at all. Him not playing past 60 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing here? 60 minutes. I'm like 60 minutes. Oh, time to sub him out. I'm looking at the time now. Like 60 minutes. Okay, between 60 and 70, Sancho's coming off. Ronaldo's coming in. Rashford move on to the left. I'm like, my child, this is not you. I don't know what has happened, but you need to go back to your old self. This new you, they try to revamp me. Some people say that, oh, the old me is dead. The old me is dead. I want to be something new. Your new is bad. Just go back to the old you because the old you was way better. The Sancho in Dortmund people were scared of that Sancho. He took people on, got people that tackled him, got yellow card and stuff like that. Now he's not even doing that. Now he's doing something totally different. I need him to revert back to his old self because old self is better than what he's doing right now. Because right now he's losing. Right now, if Martial is fit, he's not starting because Rashford's going to be on the left. Before we were all saying like the front three is Sancho, Martial, Rashford. Then Antony came in, it changes everything. Now we usually put you on the left. Now you might be benched for Rashford. Now you have to fight Rashford. Rashford is scoring goals now. They're not gonna just drop somebody because he's scoring goals. And though he has poor performance as a striker, he's scoring goals as a left winger. They're not just gonna drop him. You're also scoring goals, but you're not playing past 60. So my thing is Sancho gotta go back to his old self. I know his old self is better than what he's doing right now. And I don't want to hear, oh, you don't have Hakimi to help you. I don't want to hear that nonsense. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Like, you don't have Haaland. I don't want to hear that nonsense. You don't have Ruiz. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Go back to your old self.
Oh shit! The dad has had enough.
I've had enough because I know he's better than this. I'm like, his stop thing. I hate it. I just hate it because this is not you. You don't. This is not part of your weapons. Like, don't stop doing this.
You really backed him, and you know I started this Sancho talk a while ago.
Yes.
And you were not happy with me.
Yes, because you're speaking the truth. You can't speak truth about my child. Well, I can speak about my child.
Network issues. Lot of network issues.
Like, I'm trying to defend him, and he's out here embarrassing me. Like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this new Sancho. Go back to the old self.
Let's come to Griggs.
He can't play past 60 minutes. It's like we're treating him like Griezmann. You know what happened at Griezmann? Griezmann coming every 60 minutes. Like, we gotta think about every 60 minutes. Like, what are you doing here? You're like, what? Like, go do some running. I want Ten Hag to tell him to go run. Like, just run. Nothing else but run. Run around the tracks all day. If we play tomorrow, I just want him doing tracks. Don't put it. Just run tracks around the map field. The whole thing. Be the ball catcher. Just run track. Just run. Non-stop running. Because him not running, helping on defense. I'm seeing Antony helping on defense. I'm like, what is my child doing? What is he doing? As in, you can't. He gotta go back to the old self. I don't like this new one. I don't like it.
Dad got a lot of his chest, man. Sancho's savior and believer. I actually thought, quickly, I thought Omo and I normally have a lot, in common, and we share a lot of things in terms of football knowledge. So why would how come he's like not seeing what I'm seeing? But truth is, he just didn't want to knock back his boy, which is, I understand, I do, but it's funny. It's so funny.
This year is his last.
The thing is, I actually trust you guys. Obviously, you guys are the members. We talk all the time. We talk loads. And I think, maybe I've got my opinion wrong. And it's not flip-flop. It's like, maybe I'm looking at it from a different perspective than I should. Or maybe I can look at it from a different perspective. But the thing is, I hate being proved right because it feeds my ego and my pride. And I think, next time I'm fucking getting you. But that's just me. Griggs, talk to me about Sancho, man.
Sancho disgusts me. Like, he actually disgusts me. Like, he genuinely disgusts me. Bro, there's nothing I hate more in this life in a winger than a non-intense winger. We know what we all grew up on. In the freshman Man United, I grew up on baby Ronaldo. I grew up on Luis Nani, who would go at players all single day. Even Adnan Januzaj was going at players. Memphis Depay was going at players. There is no fullback on planet Earth that is scared of Jadon Sancho in the Premier League. There is not a single. Matt Target is not scared of Jadon Sancho. Phil Beardsley is not scared of Jadon Sancho. I'm not scared of Jadon Sancho if I was a fullback. He's absolutely, and I mean this in the most respectful way, a Premier League flop. He will be a Premier League flop. Everything about him, his game as a winger, disgusts me. Bro, I'm sorry. Like, no offense to him, but just, bro, Marcus Rashford, even when he has a bad performance, will give me something just to, like, go at a player. Usually, last year he hasn't, but before that, like in the 2 years, like under Ole, he might have had a bad performance. But when Jadon Sancho has a bad performance, it feels like we're playing with 10 players. I don't see him on that pitch. Yesterday, he started dribbling backwards into traffic like he was driving in the BQE in Brooklyn. That's what it felt like with him. I'm sorry, bro.
I live in Queens, so I know what he's talking about.
It's just remember how I said Elanga as a super sub might have an impact? There is no worse super sub you can make than a Jadon Sancho, who when you make a super sub, you need that winger to go at a fullback. Jadon Sancho will not go at a fullback. He's not a winger. And if I'm talking about Jadon Sancho, the winger. For me, he is not a winger. He's an interior player. The problem is we don't have the squad right now to facilitate that interior player because we have other holes to fix. So I'm sorry. And when we talk about unlocking players, when you're a 70 million pound player and you get paid 350K a week, why do we have to unlock you? You're supposed to be the difference maker. You were the one that was signed to be. This is a player that we chased for 3 years, and this is I'm gonna give him some slack here. This is miss scouting from Man United because they thought they were signing some electric winger. Because you heard Ole talk about he'll give us speed, goals, assists, everything. Jadon Sancho's never been quick. That's why he's never been quick. But even you said at Dortmund, he went at players. Bro, he dribbles he dribbles like he thinks he's like stuck in between that is FIFA street, but he's also scared to go at a player. Like, why do I need to give you a 1v1 fullback demon for you to actually go at a player? I'm not asking you to do a flip flap and a rainbow at the same time like it's FIFA or something, bro. But at least show some intent. There is no intent there. This season, he's the only time he's looked good is when he's in front of goal and he's ice cold in front of goal. That's great, but that's not what we signed you for. We signed you to be a key creator. You're the one that's supposed to be unlocking defenses. When we play a low block, you're the one that's meant to pick that lock. You're the locksmith. You ain't no locksmith right now.
Damn.
Like, for me, it's just
What about this question? What is running without quality? A headless chicken. I believe Rashford and Sancho has lost confidence. What do you think on this comment?
You're not meant to, but you just have a new coach. You're meant to be like, bro, especially when you were mediocre. Like last year, there were a couple good amount like that. February and January, he had a good 2 months spot. I thought he was arguably our best player. After that, it went downhill, but the whole team went downhill. So I give him a break for last year. It's your first season. You have to adjust to the Premier League. United were a complete mess. But now we have a top coach. Everyone talked about that you're meant to be one of the keepers. This is another thing with Sancho is that he's overrated from on the app because people will try to back him as much as possible and dissolve him of criticism. While a Marcus Rashford, we all hound him, rightfully so, because he was been poor. But we gotta hold the same exact standards for Jadon Sancho. Because right now, if you ask me who starts on our left wing, Jadon Sancho does not start on our left wing for me. It's Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford has shown me something this year. Jadon Sancho, Liverpool game, he scored the goal, but you talk about off the ball, bro. I don't see him. He's invisible. He's Casper the Ghost in games. I can't be having that from a 70 million pound. I mean, there's the almost respect. There is a player in there. I'm not saying he's a
Omo is wiping tears right now.
He's and the thing with me, he has quality. There's qualities in him, obviously, but it's just I don't think his qualities translate, especially to the Premier League. Because as a winger in the Premier League, let's be real. I know some people say we overhype the league, but as a Premier League winger, you need to be either direct, you need to be either lightning quick, or you need to be direct, or you need to be deceitful with your Jack Grealish, for example, is not the quickest winger. But he went at players. He dragged players around with him to create space and everything for other players. Jadon Sancho doesn't do that for me. Yeah, he'll do the little cheeky nutmeg a couple times. Okay, but then you just pass it backwards, like you said, fast. He'll just he'll either pass it backwards or he'll dribble. It's just it disgusts me, man. Wingers, I love direct wingers. That's what I grew up on, especially Man United. That's our heritage from the '60s with George Best. It's United heritage. Your wingers need to be direct. Like our Garnacho, for example. That's why people want our Garnacho starting because he's direct. Even Elanga shows me more directness than Jadon Sancho. I haven't seen Jadon Sancho go down the byline once in his United career. Have you seen him go down the byline?
He doesn't go down the byline, and he will never go down the byline.
So for me, he's a cherry. He's a cherry on top, please. But United did it, and this is why I blame United. They try to make a player for me. He needs to be like a Pogba, for example. The cherry on top. He's the final piece of a puzzle. He's not the first piece you put in the puzzle.
Fat Thor says, let's just read the comments out quickly. Fat Thor says, I listed a great team, the great team of 90s. It was full of warriors. No one had to unlock anyone. Everyone did their job and gave 200% on the pitch. Everyone. Players must unlock themselves. I mean, yeah, you see these players on preseason training and they're doing the most. Elanga, Bissaka, Rashford. Obviously, Rashford went to Nike this year for his preseason. But yeah, Flex says, yeah, he was good during preseason. Changed quick.
Yeah, what happened to that Sancho real quick in preseason? I was seeing direct Sancho. What happened to him?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Junaid says Southgate will start Maguire and we should sell when his stock rises. I think 30-40 million is realistic next summer. Man, can you 18 million? Fucking nuts. Adding all factors, Malacia makes me proud. And my favorite player signing for that smile he had ever rapping about Malacia looking sharp like I'm seeing my ghost. Fato says, let's sell Mago back to Leicester. He can help them get relegated 5 times, relegation champion 5 times. Yeah, like he's never gonna get 5 Champions League, is it? Let's be real. Um, we should actually package him really well and sell him to Chelsea, but Graham Potter ain't fucking buying Harry Maguire. Let's be real. And he plays five at the back at times as well, don't he? Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know. Spilling says even on Football Manager, Sancho is trash one wants a salary raise. Fat Thought asks, later sum up your best 11 for this season. Okay, we'll come to that. Let me just highlight that. We'll come to that. Arteta loves Arsenal says, I feel Sancho is a 10, a wide 10. I don't believe in wide 10s. And I definitely do not think he's a fucking 10. Maybe in set situations, he can play that position if a Martial is on the pitch, if a Ivan Toney is on the pitch. And I know you just said, almost at the end, whatever, you don't fucking want a Haaland, whatever, just do your job. Just do your job. But kind of think it works if Ivan Toney, someone to link up with, because see how he plays when he has that connection with Martial, that quick beat a man or just get the ball, play the ball, move forward like in triangles. Them
that position
movement off the ball, like them Eric Ramses, them Eric Ramses, basically.
That position that Neymar plays for PSG.
Yeah,
not that's where Jadon Sancho needs to play. But for me, he's not a good enough carrier of the ball. He doesn't carry the ball.
Can't lace Neymar's boots.
Oh, of course not. None of that. I'm not saying like at the talent, but I'm saying that position, like where you have every available players next to you to link up with, so you can see that whole pitch, and you can decide who you want to do the 1-2s with. But Neymar is also the best, if not the best carrier of the ball, especially for attacker. For me, Sancho doesn't carry the ball well enough, and he's also not direct enough like a Neymar. Neymar will go at you. He's not scared, even though he's not quick. Neymar's not quick anymore. He's lost his pace, but he's still deceitful in his skills.
You'll have to foul him, and that's a free kick. You don't want to give that up.
Okay, right. Okay, so that's Sancho pretty much wrapped up. We'll come to that question. New coach, new top winger Antony to take his minutes after the first rough year at United. Seems unsettled. Do you see the difference? I do. I don't know what to do with. I really don't know what to do with Sancho. I think he just needs to find his feet. But someone says Sancho starts his season slow.
He does.
That might be the case.
He does.
I think Sancho is prone to gaining weight, and that's just me. That's what I believe. I think he just needs to work under Ten Hag, and like almost as weird as it sounds, and as boring and I don't know, just simple as it sounds, run a bit. Just fucking run. Just run a bit more. That's how. Just run a bit more. Things might start happening. Use him as a backup 10. Let Garnacho thrive and get Diaby early. Backup 10. I don't know. I don't see him as a 10. Not until Martial's back. Anyways, maybe we can try it in some cup games, but I don't know. If he plays a 10, then what the fuck do we do with the midfield?
He's also not good enough off the ball to be a 10, so it doesn't matter.
Also,
you have to do a lot of running.
Yeah, well, Bruno,
and that's not even on the ball. That's off the ball.
Half of what Bruno does, even half of what Fred does. Even though Fred is a terrible 10, just that running.
And he's not got the best shot on him as well. Let's be real.
His shot, I didn't even talk about his shot, like his ball striking. It's absolutely.
He doesn't have the greatest shoot.
No, he doesn't. He
not from outside the box, anyways. Go and look at a fucking Neymar. Go and look at a prime, Wayne Rooney. Them players who.
Fair, Neymar doesn't have power in the shot, but it's finesse. His placement's elite.
Sure, not the most powerful shot, but fuck me, he'll find the net somehow.
Yeah, his placement's elite. Like for me, Sancho doesn't have either. Like he doesn't have.
He'll find the net somehow. Big up David Lee, one of the latest members of Planet Fast. Thank you very much. I think David Lee, I think I have you on Twitter. If I don't, please drop me a DM. Obviously, you know my Twitter handle anyways. Drop me a DM. I will follow you back and I'll add you to the members only group chat as well. And you'll get to come onto the stream as well because the stream link is there already. So yeah, big up David Lee. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate you as well. You've been supporting me from United Views. So yeah, big up. Appreciate you.
Quickly before you move on.
Yeah, go on.
Against Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, against Liverpool. Remember when Elanga ran at Trent,
Yeah.
and Trent got the yellow card.
Okay.
I want Sancho to be doing that every single time.
Hmm.
That's what he's supposed to be doing. Just run at the player, let them follow you.
Okay. I hear you. I think that yeah, I agree. But does he have the facilities? Is the question.
No, he doesn't have the
Does he
facility.
have it?
He had to
That's the
train
question.
them.
Is does it?
He had to
It's
retrain
like
them.
his second. It's second nature to him to stop the ball and try something. But I actually think, believe it or not, I think Ten Hag is going to tell him, my child, don't do that. Let Anthony do that, please. We bought Anthony for 100 fucking big ones to do that. If you want anything to do within the squad, you will need to be a bit more quicker on the ball. And let's not forget, if in any moment Rashford is subbed off and Sancho comes on, and I have Anthony on the other side, I do not want two wingers, two forwards to be doing stop-start football on both fucking sides.
Yep.
But that wing pairing disgusts me. Like that. No, yeah, I'm genuinely serious. That wing pairing disgusts me. Like Anthony, like I have like some doubts about like in terms of like he's a really good player, but he's not the most direct sometimes. He's direct, but like similar to Sancho, it's not the quickest. If you have two of those, defenses will just sit back and play in the meanest low block, and we have no way of getting past it.
Yep. That's my
That's
same
why I
as
say Rashford's profile is so important. That's why we need to find another winger that's similar to Rashford, just better quality, of course. Because defenses are still scared of Rashford of his pace. He'll make that run. So
Right. Well, Thingy says Arteta loves Arsenal. Says Neymar is definitely a 10. Poch
is
deploys tens as a wider player. Eriksen played RAM at
yeah, it's
Tottenham.
it's what Conte did, the 3-4-2-1 with Hazard and
Yeah,
Willian. They
that
were the
was that
inside
was
tens.
prime. That was like prime Eriksen-esque as well. But Eriksen is better at that position. We know that, and he does a great job. He's been doing a great job so far, anyways. But I don't know
He's
why Ten Hag didn't want to play. Did why Eric Ten Hag would want to play Fred as a 10? It didn't make sense at all. Maybe he was experimenting.
I think he
If
put
Donnie
Eric
was healthy,
back
he would have
there
put.
just to take the ball from other players. Like if Maguire or Lidelof don't know what to do with the ball, just give to Eriksen and call it a day.
Hmm.
It's pretty much like Eriksen is they just pass the ball to him.
Yeah, I really don't know what Ten Hag was thinking there. But let's actually talk about Ten Hag, and we'll discuss at the same time the starting 11 that we want for the season. Um, I'll start off with you, Omo. Your thoughts on Ten Hag so far this season, and obviously last night specifically as well.
So far, Ten Hag is still learning. From
Okay.
game one to now, he's still learning. I still think like I believe some players would disappoint him regardless of what they do. The only two people that have improved is McTominay and Dalot. I wanted them gone, and now I'm like, where's McTominay and Dalot? Like I'm looking for them. Like where? Like I want them to start 11. Last year I wanted them gone. Now I want them to start 11. Also, what I wanted him to do was every player he bought automatic starter. And right now, that's what he's doing right now with Martinez, Malacia, Antony, Eriksen, automatic starter. I don't care priority. Whoever you buy in has to start. We don't right now we are looking for starters. We have squad players and we need starters. Right now, McTominay is looking like a starter. The low is looking like a starter. Casemiro, I don't know. Like I don't know.
Hmm.
The front three is like I don't Anthony. Okay, he's look like an automatic right winger, but the striker and left winger like that's a huge question mark. Cause you want Martial, but he's never available. Me, if you're not available, you're useless.
Thank
So
you very much. Thank
Martial
you very much.
Marshall is not available, so you're zero. You're zero, and you're not working. So now you want to work with Ronaldo, and I know Etihad hasn't worked with Ronaldo at all. So now he has to try to work with Ronaldo. But while he's working with Ronaldo, he's also working with Rashford to be a main striker, and he has Sancho on the left. And now sooner or later, I could see like maybe next if there's a game tomorrow, I could see like Elanga starting over Sancho. Now I could just see
Hmm.
that already. I could see Elanga starting over Sancho.
That's That's mad interesting to think as well that Elanga could possibly start over Sancho.
And it goes at the player.
Could.
Sancho stop. His stopping thing is not gonna work. Only one person could stop. The other person has to be a scorer or go at the player. I look the same way I look at our squad here. I look at the same squad at Ajax. Anthony was the stopping person. Tadic was a scorer.
Man. Griggs, talk to me about Ten Hag so far, and just see if you can answer this question as well. Says, what can we do to keep Martial fit? What can we do to keep him fit?
Bro, I don't know. Find a leg donor or something to give him a different
Oh
leg.
wow!
Bro, I don't know, man. Pray to like a god or something, like go to Poseidon or Zeus, a higher god, and like keep him fit. God knows Martial. But anyway, with Ten Hag, my gaffer, best ball manager in the world, Pep hype. Good manager. Like he's shown his capabilities of adapting. In terms of yesterday's performance, it just showed that we need a bigger squad and we need more quality in our squad. That's why I'm not really mad about the result. For me, it just showed which players deserve to start and which players don't deserve to start. It was that simple for me. Also, doesn't help that obviously the referees robbed us. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm not going to complain about referees for the next 5 days of my life. I have better things to do. Yeah, bro. It's just like it was simple. He has a set plan for us, and I trust him to use that plan and get us back to where we deserve to be. So I have full confidence in him. I back him in every decision he made because I learned last week against Arsenal. I questioned his decisions and they ended up paying off. So I learned my lesson. My PTSD from the Ralph and Ole era is over. I'm backing my manager 1,000%. And so far in the window, he brought me Lisandro Martinez, and that's probably one of the best center backs I've ever seen for Man United. So Eriksen on a free, one of our best players. Antony, obviously, the jury is still out, but we'll see what happens with him. Malacia, he brought him. Those are all his signings. It's not the club signings. He wanted those specific players. The club didn't go for them. So I backed him and believe in Ten Hag. That's pretty much it.
My take on Ten Hag, right? Look, I think he's a fantastic manager. I think one of the most refreshing things that I'm seeing, that I'm really enjoying, is how he is adapting to lessons that he's learning. So this European, there we go, David Lee, big up. Thank you very much for coming through. Yeah, big up one of the latest members, David Lee. Thank you. One of the greatest things about Ten Hag is he adapts in game so quick. That three at the back, believe it or not, when he's walking past at half time, I was thinking to myself, shall I shout and say, Erik, play three at the back? People might think I'm fucking weirdo asking the manager or telling the manager, Erik, play three at the back. And then boom, comes three at the back. And I was like, no way. He actually, he's thinking like I'm thinking. But anyways, a lot of people were probably thinking the same thing. He's brought great players in. That's one of the biggest things as well. He's brought players in that are instantly starting and showing us what we've been missing, which is absolutely awesome. It's very, very much amazing to see players coming in and starting straight away and benching some of these players that have been starting week in, week out without any form of consistency. Any form of consistency. So I'm very, very happy with that as well. He's had 2 losses in the Premier League and he straight away adapted his first 11. He said, now fuck this. He's punished the boys as well by making them run a lot. So I'm happy with that. I'm sure he's gonna do something about the situation and loss yesterday. He's gonna pick up on that. He's gonna say, you know what, I can't trust these lot. I need to make some changes. I need to do some work. I'm sure some sort of report is gonna come out. I'm very sure some sort of report is going to come out about Ten Hag training some of these players a bit differently for the European loss. I won't be surprised at all. But he's here, he's cooking. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far. I like him. And I understand his style of football. One thing, though, I will say, and maybe Griggs and Omo can agree or disagree, and in the comment section you can agree or disagree, but he makes the subs a bit late, and sometimes he doesn't use all his subs. I don't know why. I don't know what he's thinking. Is it because he's stubborn or he doesn't think tactically? That being said, though, right, some of our games we have been winning 2-1, 2-1. Was it 1-0 as well? So let's be real. 1 goal lead, you don't really want to risk it with the subs. So I don't know, but I'd like for him to make some subs a little bit quicker. But yeah, I mean, he makes Sancho come off really quick because he can't play fucking all and he fades. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. Star in 11, our favorite star in 11. Um, we'll do it as a unit. We'll do it as a group so everybody can come in. Obviously, De Gea has to be in there because I ain't seen Dubravka at all, so I can't say anything. So by default, De Gea is in there. I think by default, Rafa, Varane, and Martinez, nobody's gonna disagree or whatever. By default, they'll be in there. Sorry, what was that?
But the captain,
But the what? I
the
can't.
captain, the captain.
Oh, okay.
The captain and put in the co-captain.
Who do you want to give the captaincy?
I would give the captaincy to Bruno, but remember, like in the earlier during the season, before the season started, H.R. Hall came like, "Oh, I'm not gonna change the captain. The captain's gonna be
Oh, okay, yeah. Funny enough, someone else, a friend of mine said he's gonna be captain from the bench. Don't worry, we've seen this shit before. It ain't nothing, to worry about. So Southgate said he's gonna get minutes anyways. So I wouldn't worry at all, to be honest. I wouldn't worry. And fuck his fucking captaincy. I don't know. Today I just want to say it as it is. Specifically today, because that loss fucking pissed me off. But yeah, fuck the captaincy. Captain could be fucking Garnacho for all I fucking care. Long as we win and we playing good, I couldn't fucking care. I swear to God, I couldn't care. A real captain, right? A real fucking captain is someone who actually puts 155% on the pitch every single game. And you don't have to be the best player on the pitch. You certainly don't. But you have to be a player who's able to be that person that the team can come to, right? If you're a Fred, if you're a McTominay, if you're someone, you can come to your captain. Your captain can come to you. Captaincy isn't about pointing fingers. Captaincy is about looking at yourself in the mirror as well. It's a big part of being a captain. Being a captain is being a leader. And there's not always one captain, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really sorry to break it to you. There's numerous captains in a team. There is. You'll have leaders in the back line. You'll have leaders in midfield. You'll have leaders in forwards. You'll have leaders on the bench. Different people are leaders for different reasons. Captaincy thing, as much as it can be for the club as well, because you represent the club, XYZ, Harry Maguire, 80 million, yada, yada, yada. England centre back. Centre back is a big position as it is, right? He's scoring, his stats are great, and for England XYZ. So yeah, but fuck the captaincy, man. I couldn't care fucking less. Yeah, that's all I can say. I couldn't care less at all. Ten Hag made the absolute right decision. And guess what? In the midst of all the fucking media frenzy, he's decided, you know what? That's one last thing I want, is the media constantly questioning me about why I changed Harry Maguire from being the captain, and me having to answer this again and again and again. Again and again and again. Why have you changed? Do you think he's not a good player? Do you think XYZ? And it might be to keep the owners and the club a little bit happy, in essence, just to say, you know what, I'm coming in, cool, no problem. And he's played them first 2 games. Let's not forget as well. He's played them first 2 games. He's given them minutes yesterday. And these guys, these donkeys, ain't proven shit. 3 games, 3 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry Maguire, the captain of Manchester United and England. So yeah, there you have it. There you have it for Harry Maguire. And being the captain. But yeah, for wing backs, Dalot and Malacia, absolutely can't fault that. Midfield, I'll come to that because that shit's fucking confusing as fuck. But forwards, I would say, are we counting Martial? Shall we count him?
Yes, he's still part of the team.
He's your goat. See, I told you. I fucking knew it. He's your goat. Martial,
he's never on the bench.
But he's ideal starting 11. Let's just ideal starting.
That's ideal.
But then, right? If I say that, Eric Bailly, because he's not fucking.
He's not part of the team though. He's in
Listen.
France.
True, he's on loan, right? He's on loan. So okay, let's forget that.
After this 2 weeks, if Martial's not fit, I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna have a problem.
You might. We've got a fucking huge problem as it is about might. Got a huge. He might not play in September, ladies and gentlemen. He might not.
What?
We're not playing in September anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, we're not playing in September. We're playing in October. No, the Thursday Europa game is going through.
Yeah, but he's not ready for that though.
Thank you. Right, he's not ready for that. So,
Okay.
in general, no, we've got games in this month.
Just
We've
one
got
more. It's just two more. It's
two. Yeah, we've got.
no,
games
wait, no,
in-
it's one. It's one. It's then it's international break after next.
How do you say? Sheriff.
And then after that,
Sheriff.
international break.
So the Thursday Sheriff game is still going through.
That's it, though.
But because it's an away game, innit?
Yeah, it's our last game for September. After that, Leeds isn't gonna happen because of the Queen's funeral. So, and then it's international break. Our next game is Man City in the league.
Did they announce that the games are not happening till this date, or have they just said this weekend?
They just said this weekend for now, but they said it's most likely that next weekends won't go through either.
They want to give us pain.
It is what it is. But anyways,
Okay.
Martial, fuck it, yeah. What can we do? I'm not putting Rashford in there, in the middle. I'm putting Martial and Antony, Joga Bonito. On the left side, hold that thought. Hold that. I know I'm going a bit mixed here. I'm putting McTominay in there in the midfield. I'm putting a McTominay, Bruno, and Eriksen. That's what I'm
I
putting.
agree with that.
I'm putting Casemiro once I do think that he'll get to his match sharpness and like in terms of system wise, like he'll get back, like he'll fit with the system eventually.
Yeah, I'm putting Bruno, McTominay, and Eriksen in there, 100%.
Well, I'll give McTominay this though. He does deserve to start right now. Like, I'm not gonna take
Credit
that
where
away from him.
credit's due. Credit where credit is due.
You're rewarding good behavior over here. You play good, you continue playing good.
Credit where credit is due. But left side, I'll give it to you, Omo. You start off. Wait, who do you want on the left side?
On the left side, we saw Martial in center, so it's gonna Rashford.
You want to start Rashford on the left side over Sancho. So Sancho's holding bench now all of a sudden.
Yeah, I already said Sancho's holding bench.
Damn.
I need to go bench for a while.
Griggs.
Martial, your best friend's gonna be playing on the left. Marcus Rashford, MBE. That relationship somehow, some way, Martial and Rashford, Antony and Rashford, barring Antony, are our best forwards in 2022. We that should not be possible, but yeah, here we are.
What do we do though with Sancho? I mean, Sancho's not a bench player. He's not going to be happy with the
Fix
bench.
up.
He got to improve himself.
Fix up. But then Rashford won't want a whole bench.
They all have to
keep
this
your
is
spot.
competition. This is what we wanted. We wanted competition. And this is the best
but we've got egos. Rashford, MBE Rashford.
You know what? You have Elanga fighting for a position as well, so they better buckle up. They have Elanga and Garnacho. That's 4 players fighting for the left wing. They better buckle up and get ready.
Let me tell Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford something. The GOAT is holding bench. You can learn how to hold bench too. It's how it goes. Either earn your spot or hold the bench. I don't care if you're making $350K a week. I don't care if you're making $1 million a week. Hold bench, fight for your spot, get better, earn your spot. That's all I'm going to say.
Fat Toss says, show your love for Planet Fast. KG, the comedian, United View, support the Mandemar community and the channels. Thank you very much. I appreciate you a lot. Harsha says, what can we... Oh, no, we've read that. Fat Toss says, Ten Hag is our best signing this season, but just like how every new signing needs time, he needs time too. He's finding out more about the players he has inherited. Next season will improve. I think past January we improved by Christmas we improved quite a bit. I think he said it as well. Cam said it as well, and at first I was like, whoa, crazy, but I'm starting to believe it. McPassion, these names, man. McTominay, McPassion. I like it. I like it. 13.8k run incoming. David says that football last night was disgusting, and it's time Ronaldo retired. He's done. Okay, strong words, but I hear you. Muhammad Ali says I wouldn't even mind Dalot as captain here right now. Yeah, when all fair, I guess. Akshay, big up Akshay, supporting the channel from day one as well. Says David De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, McTominay, Eriksen, Bruno, Joga Bonito, Martial, and Sancho. We have to say Antony Joga Bonito because people might get it confused with Anthony Martial, Anthony Elanga. So there's so many Anthonys in our team, too many Anthonys.
They knew
But yeah,
Arsenal. They have 3
Joga
Gabriels. We have
Bonito,
3
Martial,
Anthonys.
but he would start Sancho over Rashford.
Why? Not today. Not tomorrow. No,
That's an interesting
I'm
one.
not
I mean,
my child. I'm
Bro,
betting
bro, I have one question with that front 3. Who's running in behind?
it has to be Rashford's job now.
it is
Unless you
doing that since day 0.
Bruno will run in behind, but like Bruno's not quick. So
Bruno will run in behind.
yeah, like the third man runs from the midfielder because Martial drops deep, so he occupies the striker, which leaves the space open for Bruno to make the run.
I'm imagining it, right? And I agree. I do. I see it. I see it because firstly, he has the legs. He can recover quick. All of a sudden, he's finding the back of the net, which is fucking weird. He's normally fucking skying the ball on fucking top tier of Old Trafford, but he's managing to find
Martial,
the net.
bro. This is the thing about Martial, bro. He's the glue, but he also needs to get fit. Otherwise, we'll
Yeah, like I
struggle.
said, Martial is not going to be fit at all because don't forget he's not training as well. He's not training.
The break is good right now because I think he's almost back to training.
No, he's not training.
Don't give me
So he's
hope.
almost back. He's almost back. I said. I never said he is back.
There is no almost back. You're either back and you're training or you're not
Well,
training at all.
I'm saying we only have 1 game for the next 3 weeks. So
He's probably doing some therapy stuff and whatever, but it's Achilles. It's no joke. It is no joke. Achilles is no joke.
I think the biggest issue with him is he has to get used to this intensity again. He's not used to playing at Ten Hag's intensity. So he played for Sevilla, who are one of the least intense teams in the world of football. So he played there for 6 months. He played under Ole, which wasn't intense. So he needs to get used to it. His body needs to get used to it. So you'll see him pick up like the nagging injuries once again, which is frustrating. But
let's read some of the more. Edward Wood says only plays Woodward ball. We play Sheriff on Thursday, and it's kind of a must-win game. I agree. We have to win that fucking game.
We beat them 4-0 minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, we need to this team needs they need to smack a team. We haven't smacked the team.
I understand it. Like they need to. We gotta go back to 4-0 FC. 4 goals FC. We need that again.
You just really want to smash someone, innit? You just want to.
Yeah, bro. I need to I need to win where I'm not getting nervous. Just smash them all.
Okay. We're gonna hear PSG links again if Rashford touches bench. Oh my days! Imagine Rashford's brother straight on the phone to PSG. Fato says at this point Rashford deserves to be ahead of Sancho, just like McTerminator ahead of Casemiro, and your starting spot. Definitely agreed. Let me share something with you guys. The video that I made of Ten Hag, of the dugout, and see what you guys think. Let's see. So obviously, I think at the starting, yeah, he was giving a lot of instructions to Dalot. You see my camera skills. He's obviously saying some important message to pass on to the wingers as well. They switched the ball so well. But look at legs! 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 Look at the fucking speed at which this boy comes back. Legs, pressure, makes a mistake. See? Is it lagging for you guys?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me fix the lag.
Oh, actually, you know who's a good left winger? It was somebody Greg talked about. The kid from number 77 from Napoli.
Oh, my goat. I forgot to talk about him when I was dissing Sancho.
I saw
goat.
the matches before that because I was always watching OCM. And this guy just shining. I'm like, hey, who are you? You can't just come in here and shine over OCM like that. He'll just shine.
Bro, I promise you, Faz, if you give me a decision to sell Sancho tomorrow and bring in Vicha, I'll do it with a heartbeat.
He was.
It makes the forward make a mistake. Ten Hag is watching over very closely as well. I hope it's not lagging now, is it?
Nah, you're good.
Yeah, it's better now.
Sociedad are a good team, you know. They're not
Yeah,
some
they're
scrub
solid.
team.
They're solid. They did all their job proper.
They
You
lost
can't fault them.
One thing you
can-
one thing you can say about every Spanish team is they know how to play ball. Like it's Spanish teams.
You cannot fault them. This, I think, one of the bits where he goes really crazy and he starts shaking his head. He was not happy with something. Oh, I think, yeah, this is the bit where he was like, switch the ball, pass the ball to Malacia, but he doesn't. I think it was Maguire or someone, but they don't.
God forbid he switches the ball.
Oh,
It's like forward the ball, but there was no forwarding. Absolutely no forwarding. There you go. See,
pass the ball to the left.
Dalot again. He's trying to forward information through Dalot.
Dallas to other people.
Dalot got it. I can't lie. But that it seems like him and Dalot get on. I can't lie. Dalot was receiving the information, giving thumbs up.
There's a reason why Dalot just improve out of nowhere. Like he elevated his game.
100%.
Like we still need another right back, but Dalot just like, okay, I'm fighting now.
Because I was sat on this side, I ended up thinking Dalot was the left back when he was actually the right back. I got totally confused. I don't know who he shouts then. Oh, he's Casemiro. He's shouting Casemiro. No, yeah, he's shouting Casemiro. Seeing Casemiro close the gap.
Bro, he's so bald. Jesus Christ, bro.
The light shines off him. Oh, at this point, he says something to Dalot as well. Let's see. I don't know. I couldn't make out what he said. You need a lip reading expert to dissect what he says.
No, that's
Oh, there was the corner kick. Harry fucking Maguire. Shit corner kick. That was terrible. Oh, that was half time. Second half. I think he asks for a swap at this point. Or he's asking running behind or something. I think he slaps Antony's back. Yeah, he says, yeah, he wasn't happy fully. Oh, that's the penalty. Was that the penalty? Yeah, that's the penalty. He was not happy. He was not happy, man.
Shit,
It's out of his control as well. What can you do?
We got robbed. You know what got me more upset about the game? We didn't want to score. We didn't want to. No, I'm not getting angry. Let me just relax.
The man just stood cold, ice cold. He stood ice cold. That says a lot then about reacting. Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
The way he stood ice cold says a lot more than him reacting. I can't lie. He stood ice fucking cold. Man, that guy stood ice cold. He's not like Mourinho, is he? Reactionary. Hey, that's me singing. I had to sing a little bit to cheer the boys on. Ice cold, man. He was not. I think one of the points he starts going sick at Bruno as well. And then there you get the two boys come on. He doesn't really say a lot to Garnacho. I think he just asks him to go and have fun.
All you can say to a kid, really.
That is also true. That is also true.
Look at Alessandro Martinez, man. So inspirational.
think that's pretty much it, really. He's yeah. The Sociedad manager was going crazy. I think he's probably just stood there more so thinking, "Fucking hell, man! What am I actually gonna do with Harry Maguire, Lindelof, De Gea, Casemiro, and all these lot? What am I actually gonna do?"
Yeah,
But yeah,
that De Gea Lindelof is terrible. It's a -1 with both of them on the field.
mm. Um, Muhammad says things we can't see through telly. I need more of this, Faz. I always wait for the manager's reaction like these. Yeah, I'm trying to get more of the manager's reaction as well. I like seeing things what people, I like observing things. It's weird because as I'm observing, right, I'm missing the game, but it teaches me a lot more of other things as well. What happens, other than just watching the game itself. What is the manager actually trying to say to the players? He goes back to Van der Gaag a lot, I've noticed as well, and they're discussing a certain, tactic or whatever. He's shaking his head. He's clearly not happy. Clearly not happy. Obviously, we're not playing well, so he's not going to be happy. But I did pick up that he was not happy with how slow the ball was being moved. And this in video footage, you guys saw him asking Dalot, switch the ball to the other side, quick, hurry up, get the ball to the other side. And we were failing again and again. We were just failing. So yeah. Referee and VAR referee was absolute pricks. I checked with a friend who's a FIFA referee. He said it should not have been given. Arms are not raised, bouncing off the leg. Those clowns should be dropped. Listen, I agree. I do. What the fuck is the point sat here crying about it? Because we should be cleaning the games off. Was it a 1-1? Tell me. Was it a 1-1? It wasn't. It's not like, we got 3 points up. They scored and we didn't. That's just how I look at it. I've gone like that with VAR at this point. I don't want to think it too much with the VAR because it pisses me off, to be honest. It just pisses me off. Let's see. Busher says you can tell they just need a system to trade off between wings, a mediator like Bruno, but other players to choose in the space that can find holes. The build out is clear as day, but also threatening enough for it to be obvious. Antony knows ball and Sancho will follow. Don't hype it too much, but the wing play for our side is real United quality incoming. Okay. Flex says, I think him and Dalot are in sync. He even had him for the press conference. I think so. I really do think so. I think him and Dalot seem to have built a connection. Him and Rashford have built a connection as well.
He loves
Yeah.
Rashford.
So what was that?
He loves Rashford.
Yeah, seems like it. Long pass cam percentage, final third, or even pre-assist in patterns of play. Keep the play intense through constant movement in attack, or just going for a chance sooner. Fato says we were poor, no doubt, but it wasn't a penalty. I too. Only 3 Prem teams have 0 set piece goals this season. Everton, Wolves, and us. We need to improve in that area, please. I'm fucking tired of screaming set piece BS. Nobody takes me serious. I don't understand why. I don't fucking understand. When I said Lisandro Martinez is the best centre back right now, one of the best, people laughed. When I say that we're not scoring from fucking set pieces, people laugh. Why the fuck are we not scoring from set pieces? We got Rafa Varane in there, no? Why the fuck are we not scoring from set pieces? Free kicks. Something. No, headers. It doesn't have to be headers, but do some sort of pattern so you can kick the fucking ball in. Do something. Set pieces is fucking. Do you know you can pick up 10, 15 goals a season from set pieces, right? Why the fuck are we not doing it? I don't get it. Someone is to blame. Eric Ramsey was the fucking donkey that was in charge of this before, and now he's not in charge. So whoever's fucking in charge, they just need to fucking strip the shit. Set pieces. We should be dangerous. Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we should have been taking all the fucking fouls and slapping that ball on Maguire and Ronaldo's head. Set piece. But guess what? Corners were not good enough. Free kick, Ronaldo. Why are you taking a free kick, Ronaldo? Give it fucking to Bruno or someone else and go inside the box and use your head. The guy tried to free kick it only to fucking hit the wall. You know what I mean?
Like every Ronaldo free kick in the last 4 years.
Oh, Fat already said Eric Ramsey ran incoming. 121 fucking corners, no goal. And you're telling me he's some sort of a fucking specialist. He's a specialist. He's a fuck my life. Wake up, set piece. Go sleep, set piece. Eat, set piece. Go for a walk, set piece. Fucking shit, set piece. That was all his job. The one thing we asked him, do set piece, nothing else. Throwings, free kicks, corners, defensive, attacking. That's it. That's all you do. Couldn't do it. Defensively, we were third in the league from some conceding set piece, but we were fucking leaking goals, so it didn't matter. Attackingly, we did fuck all. He's actually good at maybe other things. You sent it to me, and someone else sent it to me about his under 23 work in Chelsea with with off the ball runs and drills and transitions and blah blah blah. Fast paced football. Cool. Maybe he can do that. He's on individual player development. I'll see him 6-7 months, see what happens. But nah, I'm not fucking having it. He needs to show what he's doing. Maybe he's, like I said, Dalot and McTominay, 2 thumbs up. Thank you very much. But you got Maguire, Lindelof, Bisaka, Shaw, Casemiro. You got bare players to deal with. So, yeah, that's my thing. Big up. Yeah, big up everyone. Liverpool 5, City and Arsenal 4. Fuck me. Look at that. I don't even check stats like that deep, but there you go. But I actually understand where Faz is coming from, says Fat Thor. From that aspect of training has to improve. We do not know how to attack zones and spaces. And listen, they laughed at me on United View. They've jumped on me like a pack of wolves, but it's what's fact is fact. We're just not good enough on set pieces. He swindled us. Didn't we go about 90 plus games without scoring from a corner? And don't forget the famous words from Harry Maguire: we can't score from set pieces. It's shocking, or it's embarrassing, he said, or something, if I'm not mistaken. He said that in an interview, remember? But yeah, there you have it. Listen, it's been 3.5 hours. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all. Some of you have been here from the first minute. I can't even believe. Griggs has been here from the first minute, actually, as well. Space Kid has gone to space. And Omo is here with us. But yeah, thank you all for joining. Big up for all the contributions. Thank you, David, as well, for joining the membership. Yeah, big up to you all. Hopefully, I'll do a stream tomorrow. Maybe we can talk about backup options. Backup options for Man United, see if we can collect some backup options. Maybe we should set a challenge for ourselves. Find backup options under the price of 30 million. Shall we say? Is 30 good or 45?
Don't mind. I can find you for 15 mil. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, but you'll find me some names I can't even produce. I've never heard from freaking Football Manager that you've just found. I know you play Football Manager and you say he's been doing good. Let me go and look at his highlight reel. You'll go and look at his highlight reel. Fast, we should buy him. We should buy him. Almost doing. How's your scouting thing going?
It's difficult.
It's what?
I thought it would be easy. It's not easy.
It's difficult.
It would be easy, like 1, 2, 3. Nah. It's difficult. You gotta put in effort.
Scouting is not easy, is it?
Nah, it's not easy.
Some scouts don't get to see their family for years because they're on the road so much.
Country.
I should scout for United. I got some ballers.
If they didn't take Ralph Ragnick, I don't know how the fuck they. When you say how much is this player, 7.8 mil. What? What? The Glazers, they'll say 7.8. Fuck out of here. If he's less than 50 mil, I don't want him.
Bro, all I'm saying is I've been on Vicha since like 2 years ago when I watched him cook my country. So I've been knowing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you might be like, it might be worth finding some players from the ghettos of the world and
watching
and corners.
And this guy just cooking for no reason. From Napoli, number 77.
You man watch so much games. I think I need to go and start watching some Euro because I've been watching way too much Man United, and
Bro,
Premier
the
League.
games you
No,
can watch everybody.
I'll tell a lie. I watch a lot of Premier League. In all honesty, I've even stopped watching La Liga. After Haaland obviously came here and Neymar moved as well, and all of that. I stopped watching some of the other leagues. So,
Bro, we watch
Nah.
everybody tomorrow.
what was that?
Everybody plays tomorrow. Marseille Lille.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that.
What do you want me to do? You want me to go on Twitter and make a fool of myself and start fucking going sick?
Now I just want to see if he plays 90 minutes again.
Leipzig Dortmund tomorrow.
If he
It's
plays
a
that,
decent game.
fuck,
That's a
yeah.
decent game tomorrow.
I hate point scoring, but I also love it because I said to people that look, Eric Bailly will stay fit. A manager's job is to manage injuries as well. Mourinho hates injured players. You could be Cristiano Ronaldo in your prime and he'll hate you if you're injury prone. He doesn't care. He absolutely does not care. So
But
some managers just need to know how to manage some injured prone players, and I think Ten Hag will. And similar reason why Ole ran Rashford to the fucking mud. Absolutely to the mud. And this is why I tell you that we won't see Martial in a while, because Ten Hag is not going to risk it. He's not going to risk it. But yeah, big up everyone. Thanks, says Faz. You're the big up, Hassano. Thank you very much. Cheers, everyone. Thank you very much. Listen, it was good. Peace, love, guidance.